We live.
LIVE. What's going on out there? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, you thirsty, my G.
Yeah, drinking some iced tea.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
Oh, we live. Live in full effect. Straight to the beginning.
Yeah.
No. Welcome back. Welcome back. How your day is going?
My day is all right, man. I can't complain. Got a lot done today. Cut the grass and wash the cars. What else? Got a little weed whacking done, weed pulling, stuff like that. Constructive.
Yeah.
How your day was looking?
It's doing good. Doing good. This is my third live of today. I did my morning drive. I did an afternoon drive. But I've been talking about doing this topic for a while.
All right. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what's what.
Yeah, we got a couple of people flowing in. I want to get a little bit more people flowing.
Okay.
Shout out to the people that came in earlier and while we was waiting and just dropped their comments.
Indeed.
Around the world, So as you see the title, everybody that's tuning in, breaking news, the famous baseball player that used to play for the Dodgers that signed one of the biggest contracts.
Mm-hmm. Trevor Brewer.
Yeah, and then he lost his contract because he was accused of SA and rape. And he lost his contract due to, the accusations. He had accusations on him from two different females who actually filed. He had accusations from other females who didn't go through. They just wanted him to pay up money. And when he refused to, they left it alone. And you get to hear his story. Then I found out one of the accusers that lost the case 6 months ago, she was on the Blaze and got interviewed, and they tore her apart on there. So,
that's rough.
Yeah, she got torn apart on there. But we might get into that too later. But let's play his video he put out once he was able to speak about the last one, because part of everything when he was going through the court proceedings, he couldn't speak about it, but going through the court proceedings, he was able to get discoveries because you got the right to face your accuser. That's your Sixth Amendment right. So when he went through it, his investigation team, they start finding out all the stuff is fake, and that's how he got off from his first accuser. So let's rock out.
One of the women who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money.
So that's the one who did the interview with the Blaze. She did the interview with the Blaze. It's crazy. The setup she did with him was crazy. Basically, her and her friends go out for baseball players and other athletes, see what their net worth is, and then go after the bag.
So they got a whole enterprise going.
Yeah, they got a whole enterprise. So that's her. And
well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message.
So here go her pictures and her text message she sent to him. And she said, in females, for examples, hormones are presented at ovulation and can drive a woman to choose a cocky, confident man with a slight stubble and more masculine features. Men can sniff out the ovulating women just by smelling her t-shirt. Women appear, women appear to prefer the smell of a man. I hope so. And dissimulates genes. I can't see because they blocked that part out, which caused her to give something a boost up the evolutionary ladder. So pretty much she's saying that when she ovulating, she can smell out the alpha male from the guys that got the best genes. The one, I mean, that's some scientific fact to a certain extent.
Yeah, I thought that was. I'm like, damn. So she could sniff somebody out if they're wearing some good cologne. So the hormones that you
the pheromones they say you put out, but she trying to say because she ovulating, that's why she is going towards the alpha.
She sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me, and for months afterwards she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future.
Yo, that right there is crazy. Crazy for anybody to say.
Wow. And she's keeping it on lock until she's ready to get pregnant. Please.
But who in their right mind gonna go for that?
I don't know. I mean, this is a new world out here, so I don't know how they giving it up. But me personally, that's a old-fashioned discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing?
Yeah, but that's like the super red flag. Like, she wasn't his girl or nothing. She wasn't his girl. She wasn't his woman. She wasn't nothing. That's just a groupie somebody run through. And she played on, like, she was on that other internet show where you pop the balloons.
Oh.
She's on there. Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
That's nasty work, man.
Mm-hmm. And that was recent. She was on that joint like the other day. Hold on.
Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion.
Jesus Christ.
Leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant.
Huh?
And that's corroborated by her own medical records.
And he was able to get all this stuff from when they went to court and the discovery and his investigators, because she had to produce proof, which she couldn't, and kind of find out he did give her money towards the abortion, and she took it to get LASIK surgery for her eyes. Yeah.
Whatever happened to the old fashioned just be real. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. I know I know and personally got family members who lie like that to get money out of dudes.
Oh my goodness, man. I mean, damn, it's just all right, cool. If you want to stay with that person for a while, you know what I mean, and get what you can out of them, that's his own market.
Like
that's his
own
market.
I got family members. I know chicks who pull that, like, some real stuff. Like, I remember dude was getting over on the dude so bad. I was like, damn, I can't snitch. But damn, I was like, bro, you need to find something better. You need to do better. Like, you don't think this is strange to you? Yeah. But let's see.
Got him. We fucking got him.
When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to.
Now, this the crazy shit. So, her law firm that she was using to extort him, because that's what it is. Let's just call it what it is. The law firm that she was using to extort him once they contact him to shake him down, and he like, nah, I got XYZ. We only had sex once. I even recorded the phone call. Here it go. The email, because now that they got subpoenaed, they had to show, hey, we figured this out. We backed off from her. And it's they email from them to her. And they said to confirm without proof of an abortion or even the date of the abortion, we cannot continue to represent you. We urge you to consult with other attorneys who may have different standards. So that right there, they trying to say, listen, go to somebody else that's shady, because we not putting our law firm and our chances of getting disembarred on the line. But she definitely seen the money play, and she didn't file her charges until after she heard about old girl putting in for hers.
Yeah,
then she's like, yeah, because now it's like, you know what? This is his MO. He's being accused. He's, I might as well get in where I can, because most of the time when these people sue all these famous people, they know the people know as far as all the money it costs for legal fees and everything, it's cheaper sometimes just to settle. Indeed. It's cheaper to settle. And in his case, while this joint needs coverage to an extent, it's because you always hear when the man is wrong, the man is this, you always hear when he's accused, but you never hear when they get exonerated. You never hear when they get let off. You never hear when charges get dropped. All you hear is, wasn't he accused of SA? Wasn't he accused of blah, 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 beating this person? You never hear those charges was false, and this is what the outcome was. You know? Or it's a little line smaller than the ant's dick that say what happened, you know?
Facts, yeah. Snapple fact.
Yeah, a little blur.
Claims, but they'll try to get my.
Now look at this joint.
All right, reading it right now. Appreciate. Okay. A word. 750,000 to 3.6 million as a settlement bracket. That's heavy.
So you even see that these doggone lawyers and stuff, they all into that joint. Like all this joint is a racket, because you want to tell them she hit them up saying, hey, this is what's going on. This is who I got my hooks into. And they say, great, I appreciate your time and your input today. I'm glad we can agree. Come on, man. So they sat there and they co-conspirators too. They are co-conspirators too, because they sat there and gonna say, hey, this the bracket, because they're gonna get their cut out of it. They 10, 20,000, because like when they had the wrongful death lawsuit with my pops, the lawyer got a certain percentage right off top. Like I think it was like 200,000. The lawyer got 62,000 right off top. Right off top, because he's going then got another that he was like, oh, this is my legal fees. Then he got another chunk for his percentage out of that shit, which I don't understand why the fuck he get a percentage and he get paid legal fees. That don't make sense.
Yeah, you know? that sounds like robbery. That's what it sounds like.
All I join is extortion. Man, better call Saul lawyers, man.
Man.
So look. Money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's instrumental.
And then look, after he gave the information up, her lawyers hit her.
It was like, look, we don't want to be on this bandwagon no more. Oh man!
But this the part that killed me from Venom is how y'all gonna go after that man, and it literally says, "I know it's difficult news, but without medical records of your abortion,
we can't help you."
And a recording like this, come on, we feel that this is inadmissible. You knew it was inadmissible from the beginning when y'all sat there and made that bracket and made that claim. You know what I mean? And then y'all knew daggone well y'all was gonna try y'all luck. They was hoping that because he was going through his other legal problems that he'd be like, you know what?
He had no evidence of anything.
I'm going through too much trying to stay. And the sad part is he lost that contract, bro. He got kicked out of baseball for like a year, like 100 and something games. I think at first it was like 300 games. Now they cut it down to 100 and something games. They kicked him out of baseball. He playing down in Mexico right now.
Ooh, that lawsuit's gonna be suing for emotional distress.
Yeah, he gonna get 15 cents. They out there trying to rob cats, you know? Now look at this.
Evidence, and they inform Madonna that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. And of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Madonna has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too.
Oh my God!
Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one can say, well, he still has 2 other accusers, just because the first 2 are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are, here's a couple facts about them. They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media. They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused. One of them even submitted a statement to the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury. Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all of their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women...
Why you think they ain't filed no legal?
Because it was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a lie. You've been bamboozled. Run amok. Led astray.
I'm telling you, it's this lawyer that goes over with the first girl, and she breaks that joint down so much. And she was like, look, I'm not even saying he innocent. I'm just saying all of these cases, how I would handle it. And she was pointing out how she said it felt like it was cosplay, the way she was going about everything.
Oh,
and then
man.
she played a what you call it? A phone call between them, a 27-minute phone call, and in it, see, I gotta play the other video for you where you can see what she talk about, because when he played her text messages from the original joint on how they were setting him up from the gate, on how she was texting. I guess she pissed his friend off or during the discovery, they scared him or her up, and they gave up the joint, and they had her phone because now they had the metadata to confirm. Like, they ain't pull it off her phone, they pulled it from the company, so it showed the time and the date and everything. And it was saying how before she even met him, how I met him, this is net worth, I'm going to his house this Wednesday, what should I get, what should I steal, what should I steal while I'm there? And it was like his money, and it was like he's worth 51 million. And she's like, you better secure the bag, bitch. Like, and she's like, you know me, you know how I do, you know mine. And I'm like, wow, like,
wow,
yeah.
Yo, that's
like, this joint's a whole rack, and you see they got the lawyers on payroll, they got everything that's down with it, you know. So it's sad that this is what they got to do. And the moral of the story, the educational factor of this is, you got to have some type of discipline, because it showed how when she set him up, you could tell that they out there talking, you dig? So they like, yo, he into this stuff, he like that stuff, you know what I mean? So she set him up. She was like, yeah, I got to get him to choke me, daddy, and all this stuff, because now you can have the bruises. Oh, I like rough sex. I like, you know,
that's nasty.
I'm saying,
it's nasty. I can't even Just imagine though.
bro.
Now, I bet you if the shoe was on the other foot, right?
Mhm.
So it came out basically that she didn't have enough evidence to support her claim. So she's lying. Point blank, period. So the amount of time they was going to give him, if
So
it's proven,
they was talking about that. They was like, do you think when somebody lies on a case like this, do you think they should get the same amount of time that the accuser,
right?
I mean,
That's what
that
I'm
the
trying to say.
accused is getting? And she was like, yep.
Yeah, let's keep it a bundle. You know what I mean? It's proven. It looks like it's proven that you have nothing to back this claim up. Like this is serious business. It's not like he just took some now laters from me or something like that. This is serious. You know what I mean? You're gonna do hard time for that. And when you hit the bing, you're gonna go through a harder time.
I'm telling you. But it's crazy because why it's such a big deal that they charged old girl with the fraud, because a lot of states won't do it when they know that it's false or a force report or it's a slap on the wrist, because they don't want to deter actual victims for coming forward. So they say that's their logic. You know, every time I knew like somebody who did it personally, all they did was give her like a year probation for that shit. But dude had to like really come out and show all his proof, tell like where they was at and everything, because they had him on camera. So that saved him, because being on camera, it showed them together, everything out. Like if he didn't have like everything set up like that, bro, he would have went down. The person I knew, and I was in White Plains, New York. But the girl family was out. They was going to get him, man. They was going to do him dirty. They thought that he took advantage of her, and really she stayed out all night. And when her boyfriend caught her, that was the best she could come up with, you know?
Yeah, how many you know what I mean, people have been falsely punished, you know what I'm saying, off of not doing the official homework, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or that didn't have enough lawyer money to prove themselves innocent.
Bro, it'd be so many guys that I see like that, or they think they smart and they can go fucking without a lawyer and they make it even worse. When there's certain things involved, you need to have a lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the grounds of appeal is not having proper representation. So I don't know why you think you could go represent yourself, and there's somebody that did years of school, almost a decade of school, and then more experience to even get to that point, you know?
Exactly. You watching too many TV shows like Life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact, man.
I'm trying to airdrop the other video.
That's good. At least somebody was able to get free that didn't have to go down for nonsense.
Yeah, lucky, because you gotta think, that takes years usually before you could get that cleared up. And then you gotta think too, these people go to jail for something like that they didn't do. They ain't gonna go in there and have a easy time. They usually go in there and have a rough time, you know?
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yep.
You know, they usually go in there and they get the blues. They might even get SA because they think they in there for that and they innocent, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a strong believer. Like, I don't believe in that whatsoever. So if you did something to put yourself in that predicament, you only got to blame yourself for that, you know? So I believe you get whatever you deserve. I don't think they should get no special treatment, being PC and all that. But it's so much force claims out there. Or I ain't gonna say so much. It's enough force claims out there that you wouldn't want somebody to go through that, and they really, didn't do that. You know.
Right. Indeed, man. Indeed. Yeah.
I'm
feeling the same exact way. But like I said, man, that's just
what's the name of that video? Because I done dropped two of them, but I'm trying to find it's 3 minutes. Oh, Lindsay. All right, that's what it's called, Lindsay. I got like there's a couple of videos on that joint, man.
All right.
That's one thing I like about having these Apple products. I know you trying to get used to it, but it's so much easier to work with. I could just
Yeah, I just got to get the tablet so I could start that airdropping.
like all my stuff work together. My watch work with my phone.
Sorry, I can't recognize you.
Nobody see what I mean? That's the only bad part. Daggone, I ain't
They
always listen.
Yeah, they don't want to know each other. That's a problem. Oh man.
I was about to say Alexa, but this the let me see.
Let's see what's going on with this one. Hold on. So yeah, more of the story, people. Cover your tracks. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got
See,
proof.
that's I would say protect yourself with that sound. You know,
Yeah.
you say cover your tracks, that's gonna sound like you know what I mean? You already know they're gonna twist that. They're gonna twist that around. You would be
reverse that back. All right. What I'm trying to say,
cover your ass, protect yourself.
Protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? In the world I come from, that is CYA. You know what I mean?
We say that in the military all the time.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And that's just because it's a dirty world out there. You don't know who's trying to set you up or have material motives that is not in your best interest. You know what I mean? That could risk your freedom, like the case we was just talking about.
Now you hearing it from me, and it might sound crazy coming from me, but I feel once you make a certain amount of money and you know you into some joint, just settle down, bro. Settle down, because everything else, these cats are looking for you to be the come up for them. They not trying to earn it when they could take it from you. A lot of these females are the new stick up kids, and it ain't even just females, because you know now the world we live in, it go both ways, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, you got to protect yourself. You just do what's best, because how she set him up with the whole, I'm pretty sure word is out there like, yo, this dude is a freak, you know. So I'm pretty sure that the word is out there. He was a freak, and they started, you know, preying on him. Because in the phone call, because first I'm like, yo, he probably did a lot of this stuff, and it's just, but then when they played the phone call, it's like she told them like, yo, we're gonna have rough, you know, intercourse, and we're gonna have a safe word. Then when she tried to call him, when she messed up on the phone call, when she was getting him amidst stuff, he was like, yo, I never meant to do it like that. This is what you wanted to do. And she's like, yeah, you know, it sounded like he was the weak, like it traumatized him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he didn't really want to go down.
Yeah,
that wasn't his style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then when you see the, you know, the stuff they said, but let's finish this scope off, then we'll pull up the other one.
Their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me, no ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested. But that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
Man, he got a good point there, man. He was set up, you know. In these cases, we don't know about anything else he into, but it don't sound like it from everything I seen that he's into some. He sound like, you know, he might be a little into a little strange, a little freaky. He down to do all that stuff. But I feel like the word got out. They realized, yo, we got us one, and they got the one, you know.
Yeah, they definitely had him on the hook.
He
was squirming on that hook. That's
That
a
joint
fact.
was a setup, man. That joint was definitely a setup. It was definitely, yo, this is what he into. This is what,
Yeah,
go out and get what you gotta get from him,
it was
Look,
set up. It was basically like a Soul Train line just for him. You're like, all right, you
no.
got, you know what I mean? You tap his pockets. All right, you got next.
They was all together as a racket. All right, here go the video I was telling you about one.
Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsey Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another, in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said.
Just so we can leave that up there so you can see it's her text messages that her friend sent the screenshot to him. Her friend.
Yeah, she pissed her friend off.
Yeah. Her friend sent the
Right.
screenshot, but he said, I'm going to his house Wednesday. I already got my hooks into him. She gonna ask, what should I steal? That's the type of females these girls is out here doing.
Said, I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response.
You can't make this up.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I was like, I don't know if it's because he keeps saying the person, so I don't know if it's a dude that she talking back and forth with or it's another female, but it's funny though that this is their thing, But it was
This is the
another,
mind frame.
it was, if I'm mistaken, I could be wrong, but I heard it was another baseball player that was putting these chicks on a different girl. I don't know if he was a star player on the team because he wanted to cut though. But he was putting them on to the different ones. That's how they was getting in these circles.
But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you...
Oh, so I was right. It was the fucking another player, another pitcher, man. Another pitcher set him up, man. Now, I guess he the competition, he on the Padres, he's on the Dodgers. Then said, I'll give you 50,000.
Ha ha. Because I'm trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, do you feel a tiny bit guilty?
And she a
Not
drunk.
really, she replied. Since then, her legal team has approached
gonna
me
piss that
multiple
money
times
away,
about coming to a
literally.
financial settlement. But as I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsey Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsey Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked.
Fellas, we got to stop getting caught slipping like that. First off, he shouldn't have been wearing that goddamn shit over his eyes anyway. At least if he ain't had that on his eyes, he would have felt the camera or something, But he had that joint over his eye. And this is right afterwards, bro. And if you see the pictures, them joints was brutal. This is her right before she left his house. Now, the picture she going to precinct, I want to know how she got like that, bro. Because she's saying that she had two black eyes, right? This is her after that night of doing they do,
Freshly after.
Yeah, she talk about she got a concussion. Like you hear the joint, she up there like I got a concussion, acting like she can't remember. Like, yo, tell me what happened. Like, why you? And he like feeling bad, but you could tell it ain't what she was trying to coach him into saying. But yeah, look at that. That look like two black eyes. And this is literally
Emotionally traumatized and desperate.
Look at that
to get
little
away from
smirk.
me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It
This
was
dumbass.
taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold-Saltman found that Lindsey Hill had misled the court. She found her claims to be materially misleading. She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know.
So it's crazy because even to get a restraining order, you don't even need no real proof of nothing, bro. An argument is good enough for a restraining order. An argument. I don't have many filed against me. At least 10.
Yeah,
I know it sounds crazy, but 10.
Guess you've been arguing with the wrong people.
No, when I had that fight in school, and they jumped me and they pressed charges. While we was going to court, they gave me a restraining order. I had to stay away from them and show. Me and my oldest baby mother, her mom's, we got a restraint. I wasn't even in the city, in the state, none of that. And she got a restraining order against me. And we had an argument and they dropped it, but they're going to give you a temporary one just in case, especially with domestic violence because of everything that happened with the late great OJ. They will give that temporary one until you could come have an official hearing. And then they can, determine if they don't need to do that shit. And even then, they will still give you a temp. It's like you could get a 6 months temporary or 5 years in New York. And if they don't got, they don't find you guilty or nothing, they'll give you the temporary for 6 months, but they won't give you the 5 year. They find you guilty of some shit, you get in that 5 year where you won't be able to own any firearms, do a whole bunch of stuff that they think. Which was crazy because when they gave me the temporary one we got into it, they ain't take away none of my firearms. They just took away the access of being able to buy any new firearms. And I was like, this shit makes no sense because.
But only in New York State.
Nah, I was in Jersey and they took my shit away. Because man, I was stationed in Jersey. That's how I found out. I went to go buy a gun. They ain't have the gun. I ordered it. So when I went back to pick it up, they do a background check on you again. And mine usually come back like this. Even now, like when I went to go buy one recently, it's like this 5 minutes because I got the clearance and shit from the military and shit. So my shit usually right away. I'm in the system. Boom. They it was taking forever and it was like a Friday. And I'm like, damn, like my shit never. They was like, you don't got no problem. Like, nah, I ain't got no problems. And I never was even served with the papers, right? So now that Monday, I go back, I call them up. They like, it still ain't come through. Call this number, and it was New Jersey State Police. So then they ran my shit and was like, yo, you have order protection against you out of the state of New York. I said I never got served with no papers, nothing. Like, who was against? They told me it was my daughter's mother. I looked, you know what I'm saying? They looked and was like, hey, you got a court date tomorrow. So I called my chief at the time because I was an E5. Bogus. Called them. I'm like, hey, I called the court. The court is like, hey, you could postpone it, but as long as you postpone it, as long as you're gonna have this restraining order against you, or they call it order protection in New York. They're like, you're gonna have this order of protection against you. They're just gonna extend it again because it was to that date, right? So now I went there. She didn't even think I was showing up because she never told me, So I go there, sit there. She ain't show up. So any other time it was the other way around, and I wasn't there by the time they'd have put out a warrant for my arrest. Nope, they extended it to lunchtime. She ain't show up at lunch. We supposed to be there at 9:00. She ain't show up till almost 2:00. Strolled in there. They call up the case. She done walked past me, don't even know I'm there. And they call it up and they was like, yo, is the defendant here? Right? She not even knowing that they already know I was there because I've been there all morning talking to. So she like, oh no, he's not showing up because he don't feel this is important. So now my lawyer in her lawyer's like, yo, be quiet, because her lawyer was there early in the day. They gave her a court-appointed lawyer. After I seen how serious it was when I got there, I went and got a lawyer while we was waiting, I went right outside on the concourse, found the lawyer real quick, explained to him everything, showed the proof that I wasn't even in the city any of that time, and that I was at work on camera. I could get a copy of the camera to show that I was there on watch during that time frame. I did all that shit. Say we want to take it to trial or whatever. We did that. They postponed it to a later date. extend the order protection, get everything. Boom, bam, boom, bam, bam.
Right then and there.
Nah, they did all that, right? Went, testified, did it. One thing I say, my lawyer did tell me to get on that stand and just lie. He told me, don't say you argued with her. None of that shit. Just, I was like, tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't touch her. He like, you go ahead and tell her if you want. Don't even say you argued with her. Don't even say y'all had words, y'all had a disagreement. None of that, because it could be turned around you the aggressor. I went there, told the truth, word for word, what happened. I'm thinking, yo, I told the truth. I ain't do that. 6 months. First, they hit me with the 5-year order protection shit and told me I can appeal it, right? So I'm sick because I'm like, I lost my clearance at work. I'm like, I got to turn in. I got orders to come down to VA. I was leaving by then in a couple of months. Baby on the way. And I lose my clearance. I didn't know if they was going to kick me out the military and shit. Because my job, I needed clearance to do that. Right out there with classified information and stuff. So I'm like, and sensitive and need to know stuff. So I'm tripping like, oh man, it's crazy. So now I'm waiting. I'm like, hey, tell the lawyer we already start filing. He's like, oh, I already got my paralegal working on the appeal because they ain't show no evidence of no violence. And you moving out of state. You don't even live in state. What she did was have an order protection against me from seeing my kids too. They dropped all of that. They was like, yeah, no, that's bullshit. They dropped all of that, you know? They dropped that. They dropped that immediately. That was the first. Soon as we walked in, they was like, nah, this is bullshit. Dropped that immediately. They did an investigation, came, looked at my house to make sure the living conditions, and they went there when I wasn't there. Because she told them I was living with a bunch of dudes and stuff. When I had a roommate, one of the other guys that I work with, but it was a 2-story house. So I stayed on one floor. He stayed on another. Then he got stationed down here. So he wasn't even at the house because he was stationed in VA, you know? He'd come up on the weekends. And when he coming up, I'll be in New York on the weekend. So we they wound up coming by. They was Polish, you know? That's my Polish family. So his grandmother was staying with her. And his grandmother, she had to be 100 and something then, man. She had to at least be about 300 years old back then, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's like 300 years old right there. She used to flip out because we had one of them big, like, you know, them tube TVs that came out.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly.
That it was like the
big
DS.
backs.
Yeah, so she had that, but she was short. So at night, she'd be looking at, and she ain't speaking no English. She'd be looking at the religious shows that come on in the middle of the night. So if she's standing there, it look like polka dots because you just see the light around the outline of her body.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
I know, looking from the back.
Yeah, I remember that shit. You know, it freaked me out because I was living with her by that time because it was just me and her there, living with her for like 6 months by then and shit. If I like, we have Google Translator and all that shit back then because this is like 2009, 2010. So I used to have to call him and tell him like, yo, what I'm trying to say, and he'd just translate back and forth for us and shit. And,
that's cool. At least you had that, you know?
Yeah, because I remember at work we was training and I got OC spray. That's the dumbest shit I ever did for money. When they like, what's the dumbest thing you ever did for money? When I got on the security forces at work, and I don't know why I even wanted that training for the little ribbons with her, but they gotta spray you, which I think is the dumbest shit ever. Because you ain't gonna right? Yeah, you ain't gonna shoot me, so I know the feeling of a gun. I don't know why you spraying me with that shit, so I know the feeling. Their logic is if you like apprehending somebody and one of your partners pull out the OC spray and spray them, some might get on you and you got to be able to fight through that. Because after they spray you got to fight. You got to go station to station fighting. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt. That shit hurt, bro.
I seen
that shit reflashed on me. Yeah, that shit reflashed on me, boy. I was in the shower and you trying not to let that shit get on your private part. I start screaming. And she call it like, oh, Mr. White, that's like wrong with him. And then I just start looking up. I ain't know then you put milk on you and shit. It'll help because that shit like peppers, but that shit, whoo, that shit hurt my eyes now thinking about it. But all right, let's play the rest of this shit.
Yeah,
I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because the standard of proof that you need to obtain one is extremely low. So you can make of that what you will. The fact is, I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I won the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even being heard. And most importantly, as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsay Hill, or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsay Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit
Her whole
was never
life.
about the money for me. It was the only way for me to obtain critical information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsay Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money. I also retained my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021.
See, I'm
that's
shocked.
how-
Yeah, I'm
I know.
shocked that they let him retain his right to speak on the case, because I'm pretty sure part of the reason why she didn't want to let
to
it
be
get out
exposed.
public. So yeah, she don't want to get
Yeah.
exposed for her other victims, because you see how she said, you know how I do.
Yep. That means I done been there, done that already.
Oh boy, that other pitcher, that's who need to get kicked out of the MLB. He need to get kicked out too, because he's sitting in part of that group of predators, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He was an accomplice of the plot.
Yep.
But I don't know what happened to that. But I know their relationship definitely died. That better had fell off the map.
They probably ain't even have a relationship. You know, they all be in them circles, so they probably just had their stuff in the circles together, and then, you know, he put them on like, yo, this dude's a duck, because that's what it sound like. It sound like, you know, he crazy. They want their hush money. He ain't giving them no hush money. He into some freaky deaky stuff, you know. He into some Diddy shit.
Yeah, they had some locker room talk.
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy heard him and I took action.
Or it was somebody else put the other cat on who put her on, you know? Like how they be getting all them cats in LA, they be robbing their houses and everything, you know?
Yep. Happened to how many rappers already? This is just a
one of them comedians had me rolling because he's like, you hear everybody house getting robbed, but you don't hear Diddy get house getting robbed.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
I posted that.
For Brilliant Idiots, where he's like, yeah, you be bad if he at this house.
Yeah, that's a fact. You're like, he might be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is wild though when you think about that. Like he had some luck for many years. I've never heard about anybody robbing Diddy. Out of all people that ever got robbed. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard that joint. All right, let's see more from the.
So, as of today, both lawsuits have been settled. Now, over the last 2 years, I've been forced to defend my integrity and my reputation in a very public setting. But hopefully this is the last time I have to do so, as I'd prefer to just remain focused on doing my job, winning baseball games and entertaining fans around the world. So today, I'm happy to be moving on with my life.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's the old one. That's before the last case. Once that case came out, that's when old girl filed her charges against him. The black girl, she filed her charges against him. Let me see which one. I don't know which one is the orientation of this joint. Let's see. That joint from the Blaze, but girl is beefing with the chick who did her interview with her before. She at war with her. She on Twitter going at her, everything, bro.
Yep. That's gonna be an easy win in that situation.
Oh, she going in on her on Twitter. Then she blocked your comments that you can't put no comments on.
All right, we're not going to get into a.
Look, this is her right here talking about it. Let's see. But she blocked comments where you can't even leave
So
any comments on her joint.
you're gonna hear this, and that's all you're gonna hear.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Yep. Let's hear it out. But yeah, she be like, I think this from her Twitter joint. Hold on, one on there.
4-minute materially false little YouTube video that looked like it was edited with the skills of a 5th grader. We're gonna break down why no MLB.
She big
Suppose-
mad. But if you peep what she did, bro, did you peep it? Did she look different to you?
She definitely does look different.
She dyed her hair. She wear the shades of it. And this is recent. This from like 2 days ago. It's from her Twitter, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
and she going at this is her response to his video that he put out. Somebody looked like it was edited by a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeletons.
Team is signing Trevor Bauer. Could you imagine that? No one is signing him. So it's almost like the conservative media who attacked me, they thought they knew better than, a neutral arbitrator who heard all the evidence from different women. They thought they knew better than that. They thought they knew better than the top lawyers that were brought in, like Maura Penza, who brought down Keith Raniere and Nixium. And they thought they knew better than the investigators who went through Trevor's life for 10 months with multiple women. Just huge shout out to them first. So let's just break it down. We don't have a lot of time. 4 minutes is too long. Number one, why he's not signed. Multiple accusers. Some of which who have sex tapes that he filmed himself with his GoPro and sent to the women that were brought to MLB and played. And I have seen some of them with my own eyes. And there's non-consensual activity going on, first of all. And it is one of the most dark things you could ever imagine. Second of all, text.
So see, this is where it could be confusing if you ain't hear part of the, investigation, because she's saying that all these women bought it, but ain't none of them bring it as far as they said. And if he filmed it, and then let's just think, I did a crime, I failed a crime, and then I send my victim a copy of the evidence,
Mm-hmm.
That sound like they was all down with the nastiness. That's what I think it is, that he was such a freak that MLB is like, we don't want our name attached to this Diddy, Like you at Diddy parties, you wilding out. We don't want our name. We don't need our brand. Baseball is falling off because like nobody really watched that shit, It's falling off. They've been trying to get the young kids back, but nobody wants to be associated with no type of SA, no Me Too, or none of that stuff. So I'm pretty sure Slow Smoke is fire, but I'm pretty sure that they seen that tape and seen that he's a freak. If it's really a tape, they done caught her in so many lies, bro. And you're gonna see on that next joint, they done caught her in so many lies that it's like, yo, you're not the most reliable person. And if he did all this stuff, lock his ass up. Don't ask for no 3.6 million. Don't ask for that. Lock him up, because all those other women that got abused, it's your fucking fault right now, because you had the opportunity back in 2020 to do something. But the only thing you wanted to say was pay me, instead of locking him the hell up if he's this monster. And right now we won't know, because you've been confirmed that you're not credible, and the other accuser is now getting charged with that joint. So you seem like the predator. They should be locking your ass up. We read your text message before you even met that man. And you know what? She probably did see them on them videos, because them other broads showed him the videos, and she said, I gotta get that bag. I gotta get that bag, I gotta secure that bag. And let's say it's a little bit of both, you know what I mean? Because it's his story, her story, and the truth in the middle. Let's say it's a little bit of both. You allow those women, them helpless women, or let's just say they was into some the deaky with them, but it went too far. You could have stopped that. You could have been the
every right. She had everything possible to stop it.
Yeah, but she lying, because the courts wouldn't even give her no order protection, none of that shit. They denied everything, and all this is public record. It's out there. As soon as you put in the name, it comes up. The lawsuits that he filed against her, the restraining order getting denied, everything. So it's like, your story sounds suspect, man. He sounds like he telling the truth.
What they say, the money is not the root of all evil. It's the love
Attention
for
is attention is now. It used to be money was the root of all evil. It used to be money. Now attention is the fucking big. Look at this shit. Motherfuckers is getting unaliving themselves because they not getting likes on their videos, on their posts
mental
they
health
put
is
up there.
serious.
It ain't.
Mental health is serious.
You know how I feel about that, man. That shit is an excuse for some of these people. It is a serious topic. It is a serious topic. But she gonna say some real shit on here that I feel the same way. Let's let her ride.
Like a text that says, I want to, you completely unconscious. There is hundreds and hundreds of texts like that. Multiple women. Another woman testified against him in the MLB arbitration, and we would FaceTime back and forth after all of it. I heard every detail. I knew exactly what happened in arbitration. They made her watch those videos as her lawyer Bauer's lawyers taunted her about it. What else? They brought in bruising experts to go through the exact timeline of that Snapchat video y'all love. Imagine that. I have metadata verified pictures 20 minutes after that video was taken, starting to develop them bruising. Okay,
Wow, that's the slowest bruising I've ever seen. If that's the case, I tell you that. That's OD. So she was in the video smiling and everything, right? Meanwhile, she's trying to tell us she done got abused and beat like a rabid raccoon that was attacking newborns. Like, let's be real here. What's going on here? Is the math ain't mathing, you know? But we'll let the rest of the video play out and see where this goes. Because I gotta hear her whole story. You understand what I'm saying? But I can already see the Swiss cheese holes in it. I gotta keep it a band on that. This is crazy out here, man. This is happening to all kinds of entertainers. You do music, film, sports. This is a real life thing. So you want to definitely make sure, like I said earlier, cover your assets because it could save your life.
Hello?
And your reputation.
Bro, I had to go get a drink, man. I can't, bro. I can't. Bro. We done. I'm going to speak for myself. I was a rough and tough kid, bro. I got stitches every summer. Some shit happened to me where I had to go to the ER, something, bro. I bruise easily. Bro, somebody punch you to give you 2 black eyes. That joint ain't going to take an hour later. An hour later. Yeah, she talking about after she left his house, because they said that was taking minutes before she left his house. You done slept through. He knocked out. He's knocked out. Newborn baby swallowed.
Yeah.
Now
with the eye mask on.
They already debunked all of that. I want to know who she paid, or was it the friend that put them through? Because she have 2 black eyes, busted lip, and all. We could clearly see there's no cuts on her damn on lips.
Facts.
But I digress. Let's let her finish digging a hole. Because now that you seeing this, you see the interview from back there. Because she coming at old girl, the beautiful girl from the Blaze. She coming at her. I think it's like Selena Gomez, and she coming at her. But let's look at this.
Possible to do it to myself. That's ridiculous. So we went through the bruising. We went through the phone call in which I say over and over, I didn't want to be punched. And there's acknowledgments and sorries. And let's see.
Accusations, false accusations, bro. In that joint, she don't say she don't want to be put. She said, "What did I tell you I'm not comfortable with?" And when I'm comfortable, and he was like, "I'll have to read through the text, but I know you're saying you want to get slapped up or something." Where you could tell he kind of was like, "Look," he's like, "I'm not into. I ain't want to do that. Just what you said you want." And they had a safe word, and she also admit that once she used the safe word, they stopped. If I need a safe word, I'm not doing it. That's
exactly, man.
That's just
like,
me.
What is this?
That's just me. That was
This
just
is
me.
getting out of hand. Now
Maybe
you
that's
trying to.
that's the old school me. That's just me. If I need a safe word, you know what the safe word is? I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah, the safe word is traumatized. That's what it is.
Yeah, my safe word is I ain't doing this shit, man. You bitch, lost your damn mind. But let's hear her say some more.
Never get to that point again. Yeah, and the acknowledgement of my bruising on my hoo-ha, X, Y, and Z. Other women were brought in. The woman he has a trial with in Arizona. I mean, God bless him in the Mexican League. We'll see if he can take some time away to get to that trial. What else do I have to tell you? Nothing really.
She's so goddamn stupid. She don't even realize the girl got locked the hell up. But she did say, I don't have, I'm not the one that's getting locked up. She say that on one of her videos. But she crazy. She talking shit, taunting him and the host from The Blaze. But she retarded. That's why she said the conservative media and shit, because she went on there, and it's like the lawyer pointed out, she did not go on there and it was a blind question. They already prepped you for everything. Your PR and lawyer and them prepped you. You ain't nothing but
That's
a lady of the night, as they would say. We call them the P word. A robber. And some robbers use a gun, some use a knife. She used a box. Yeah, she used that box.
Yeah. We'll call her Hellraiser.
Really, but sex tapes, forensic evidence, top lawyers, neutral arbitrator who all said he is worthy of the longest suspension of all time. The public will never see what is in that MLB file, but I will tell you all of it. Again, the 4-minute video, dear God. He wanted to poke the bear. I'm here to tell you whatever you want to know. And we'll continue to do so.
You know how she full of shit? If it was all of that renowned evidence, he'd be locked up. Locked up. Certain things you already know the state have to take over, bro. That's like if you get cut or shot and you go to the ER, the cops is coming to speak to you, bro.
Of course.
Somebody could press charges on you on violent crimes and drop the charges. The state picks it up, or the Commonwealth will pick it up. So she's full of it on that one. But she's going, old girl from The Blaze, Selena, she gonna eat that ass up, boy. Let me load that. She eats that ass up. Please, Blaze, we giving you your full credit on this. We just giving our reaction and some of our comic relief. We're not trying to, steal your confidence. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
And I think old girl is very beautiful. But Sarah Gonzalez. Yeah, Sarah, her interview with her, and I'm telling you,
Yesterday, we discussed the conclusion of.
I think we could get this bigger. Let me switch the view on us. We might as well go back to the view we had before. Let me see. Yeah, now let's watch her work, bro. She gonna eat that ass up, bro.
Of former Major League Baseball player Trevor Bauer's lawsuit.
Hold on, let's bring that back so we could show her Twitter and everything. See? Boom. There you go, her ex. Shout out to The Blaze, But she gonna eat that ass up. Questions, right?
Yesterday, we discussed the conclusion of former Major League Baseball player Trevor Bauer's lawsuit stemming from an alleged sexual assault and Bauer's recent video in which he released his side of the story with receipts. Joining me now to discuss that is Bauer's accuser herself, Lindsay Hill. Lindsay, I mentioned Bauer's video in which he provided some receipts that, I'm going to be honest with you, make you look like a clout chaser, or I know some people are calling you a cleat chaser because admittedly you were chasing after several high-profile, wealthy baseball players.
Several high-profile, worthy baseball players. She was doing a stick-up without the gun, bro. A stick-up without the gun, using that hot box. Might be lukewarm and stretched out. Talk about he bruised it and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Trevor says everything was completely consensual. He also released these text messages that came out in court indicating that you had planned the whole thing out. So I want to read some of these texts from you to a friend between the two of you before you met Trevor, this one. Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. Okay. Victim is an interesting choice of words. I'm going to allow you a chance to explain yourself. But after you agreed to meet, you asked your friend what you should steal. Your friend answered his money. He says, another one from you to a friend, I'm going to his house Wednesday. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. With a screenshot in which you told him, tryouts don't scare me, Bauer. Pick a day and I am there. Here are some more after you and Trevor met up. Net worth.
Tryouts don't scare me, Bauer.
Exactly.
What the hell?
Cool as he said. He probably told her, yo, I'm dating other women, this and that, you know? Other women, this and that. You know? And her and the friend is already digging in there trying to, you know, rob them. What innocent person, period, say next victim?
That's a good point. You're right.
Some, and like, come on, we've been seeing this for years. Movies, TV show, these stories, the news. Bro, some of them come, I'm pregnant, rope them in with the baby, might do marriage law. Nowadays, they don't even want the marriage. They just want to get the child support, get paid these obscene amounts that you could raise a whole generation off the amounts they got these cats paying them. That's why 50 Cent said he sued Tierra Marie and why he won his money, because he said that's to deter everybody else that'll try to pull a scam on him to get over on him. But he was like, y'all act like the courts awarded him money, like they giving him back his money for his legal fees.
Yeah, that's it.
Now it's getting interest because she prolonging it and playing games with it. But come on, man. I don't know about you, but what females you met that had good intention, they gonna say, I'm going to his house. What should I steal? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know where she came up. That's some little gutter rat shit right there.
Now stealing is criminal. That's what that is. What is the definition of a criminal? Somebody who expects something for free, right?
Somebody takes something that ain't theirs, man.
I'm saying, yeah, all that good stuff. But
yeah, that's crazy though. Like that you would just literally, and she didn't count on them text messages to be like that, you know?
That yeah, there you go, man. So basing her off of what she texts, she sounds like
she's a predator.
Yes. A predator.
Imagine, let's play devil's advocate. Imagine if it was the other way around, right? And a dude was like, yo, I got my next victim. I'm going to go over her house, right? And I'm going to do XYZ to her. She into this type of XYZ. We'll be saying he's a predator. We'll be screaming at the top of our lungs about that drink.
Burn them at the stake. Straight up.
Yeah, she's a predator, man.
Nowhere. You're not welcome nowhere.
Let's hear the rest. Let's hear her lies.
Is 51 million, to which your friend responds, bitch, you better secure that bag. Your text, need daddy to choke me out, being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million. You say this wasn't a setup. How can you expect anyone to believe that?
That's a great question. I really appreciate you having me on to even have this conversation. Obviously, there's a lot going on around this, so I really appreciate people who are asking questions about it.
She ain't even listening to her. Ain't even listening to her. Oh, that's a great question.
The first thing I want to say is, I think that Trevor did this intentionally with the text messages and
accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
And I just want to start out by saying, it's so valid for people to question those text messages. But the root of the problem here is that he is presenting this as one conversation, when in reality, he had thousands of messages to choose from, took those, made it look sequential, which it was not. There is no combined screenshot of those things going on one after the other. And as I said last night as well, there's no text message that ever exists. Otherwise, he would have, put it out there, combining, anything about a setup through rough sex, finances, all in one. Those were handpicked.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
That the video in general doesn't even talk about what actually happened between us two, which is what would have come out during a jury trial. These were all messages that happened before. And then, of course, the video.
So why didn't you take it to court? Why didn't you file criminal charges? Why was you trying to file a civil lawsuit?
This is the question I hope the Blaze asks.
Oh, she about to get in that ass, boy.
Oh, with no Vaseline. That's what I'm trying to see.
You know what I like about it? Just look at Sarah's face. What do her face say to you? I know what it say to me.
Bullshit.
Like this lying bitch making it look bad for all of us stand-up women. Like, you really think I believe you with this bullshit? She's like, man, I'm a dig it. She got that. Remember Kevin Hart when they say you right?
Look,
and you waiting for the video to look like, you done yet? Are you finished? Are you finished?
Nah. But when you analyze the cheekbones and how she rubbing off, like she look like
she might put
beat people up like you.
Yeah, that's how she looking at her like, yeah. She said, I'll beat you up and look cute while I'm doing it. Yeah. That's how she look.
I'm the example of real women.
Mm-hmm. A girl went and changed her hair back black. She tried to put a whole disguise, bro.
Is so valid as well for people to ask questions about. But I do think that video was entirely misleading. He also references the restraining order hearing, which people also have questions about. He says that he was cleared of any wrongdoing, which is actually incorrect. In our civil case, the judge had actually ruled that he had not been cleared of any wrongdoing, and that was a federal court judge. So
I want to get to the domestic violence restraining order hearing as well, but I mean, so you're saying that it's misleading because you're admitting that you did talk about rough sex and wanting rough sex. You did talk about him needing to choke you out. You did talk about stealing his money, but it's misleading because he put them together in the same video as if you had said it in the same conversation when in fact it was separate conversations, correct? That's why it's misleading?
Correct, and as well as not showing, the messages that occurred after where it discusses it strictly in the term of, being a baseball wife or something like that.
Or something like that.
What the hell is something like
baseball wife?
So that's like what we were saying, people get it in different ways. So you mean to tell me you text before you even met this dude, you wanted to be his wife? It's people out there, you have crushes and shit, and you be like, you know what? I want to be his wife. I want her to be my wife. I want to be her husband. That ain't what she said. She said my next victim.
That is exactly what she wrote in that text.
So all that other joints that she's saying, she's so damn stupid. She forget that this is conversations between her and her friend, her people who sold her out. This ain't the convo between them two. She ran the play on him.
That's exactly what, the woman from Blaze was trying to tell her. Like, this is your conversation. So you're saying, you know what I mean? But then you got her trying to derail it. She's like, yeah, but you didn't see what happened after. After don't matter at this point. You already said what you needed to say.
We knew what your intentions was from the beginning. You put your intentions out there.
So, that's just... Yeah, that's some shiesty poo shiesty mask activity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, call that Hellraiser because she playing with the box, man.
Okay, I'm just curious if you know like the statistical likelihood of you texting your friend premeditated texts saying you wanted him to choke you out.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
She's like, yeah.
That's the moment she realized
she fucked up.
I done fucked up. and Sarah's about to rip me a new one off of my own joint and logic. I know what she's thinking in my head. why did I have to be a filthy predator when I could have been a woman like her? I could have made something out of myself like her instead of robbing, as she said, victims. You don't want to be a baseball wife. You want to be a baseball thief. She said, what can I steal from his house? So that means this bro been robbing people's houses, bro. She been doing that. That's her MO. She said, you know how I do. He worth 51 million. She's so stupid. The friend had to tell her, like, yo, you need to secure the bag. You don't need to be stealing something out of his house.
So either she misinterpreted what her friend was saying,
She been doing it so long. Her thing. That's why she got that look on her face, like, fuck.
Like, she gonna tell me about my prerogative now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell her about herself, but I'm in the wrong, so I gotta clear this up.
I should have had that drop for Menace to Society. Be like, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you fucked up.
Out and steal his money, take his money, and him actually choking you out, and those two things not being related?
It's a really, really valid question. And like I said, I think you would need to look through each conversation. Those were handpicked. But I can, like I said last night, completely own the fact that those were overly sarcastic, overly inappropriate to some may seem. And it does give off that impression about clout chaser and totally attention-seeking behavior. But I just feel that they have, nothing to do with what actually took place. But it does cause a lot of questions as to why I was, seeking Trevor out. But at the end of the day, there was nothing about a setup with violence and all of this stuff and getting financial gain. It was strictly, a 25 or however old I was at the time, girl trying to get attention from those things and phrasing it in a sarcastic way before we met.
Okay.
Oh man, you seen that face? We got to bring it back.
She couldn't wait to speak. She's like, I'm about to just debunk this right now.
Look. You see how Sarah like breathing, like, oh man. Wait, I gotta catch it right back at that.
At the end of the day, there was nothing about a setup with violence and all of this stuff and getting.
You see how she like swallowed right there?
Yeah, like I want to say something right now, but you give me a second.
She like,
give me a second.
You think I'm that damn stupid? You think the rest of the West? And you could tell whoever prepped her, she just sticking to the strip. She ain't even listening to the damn question. And now she trying to blame like, 25-year-old would kill me with some women. And they could be 50. They be like, I was just a young 40-year-old. I was just a young this. Like, come on, man. You adult. Yeah, like cut it out, man. Cut it.
We too grown for that. Cut
what
it
he say?
Stop it. Get some help.
You do?
Knock it off.
Yeah, knock it off, man.
Straight up.
Financial gain. It was strictly, a 25 or however old I was at the time, girl trying to get attention.
That's the face for me right there.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, like she about to. So that's that. So you mean to tell me like that's that face right there? Like she about to get the spade shovel.
That's that shit. When you go home, you done did something out. You done did something out in the streets, and mom, when you get home to your mother in your head, you done made this story, and that story sounds so good to you. And you get home and you tell your mom or your father that bullshit ass story, and they looking at you like, you done did it at school. The school already done called home, and they just sitting and listening to, and you ain't even catching on because you so full of yourself, thinking your story sound good that you don't even see her facial expressions of giving it away. Like, damn, you done fucked up. And she look like, ooh, woo, bitch, I'm about to tear that ass up, boy. I'm about to tear that ass up. You see it in her eyes. But let's get to the surgical breakdown she gonna do.
And from those things and phrasing it in a sarcastic way before we met.
Okay, so I've got a couple other questions on that. So you said in court that he sexually assaulted you on 2 different encounters, and you say the first time that you say he choked you unconscious. Clearly the insinuation is you didn't like it because now you're calling it an assault, but why did you make the drive back to LA to meet back up with him a second time if this man had just assaulted you by your own account?
I think that's a really good question. How I phrased it and how I in the past is that I was so embarrassed by the first encounter that I felt something, deep in me to go and take the power back and to be better and to be what he wanted in a sense. And so I don't know. There's been a lot of, through all the processes, witness experts on the psychology of what happens when you are assaulted, XYZ. But there was something in me that felt like I needed to make it better in a sense.
Okay. But you texted Trevor before you met him, telling him you liked rough sex. Then you texted him after your first sexual encounter with him, which you now call an assault. And according to court records, you told him after that sexual encounter that you had, quote, never been more turned on in your life. That's not really something that someone says when they were just assaulted.
Yo, we need an amen sound, or we need some church.
I think I might have.
Yeah. That need to be cued right now. That's
because
we got a choir.
That don't make no daggone sense. I wanted to take the crazy shit is you could tell it's like she looked up what victims go through, and then she's like, "Let me say this because I wanted to take back the power in her," but forgot that she done text saying, "Hey,
hell yeah, she had the power."
But it's crazy that she was joking, but everything she joked about came to reality. She wanted him to choke her out. He choked her out. Wanted her to do, you know what I mean? All this other stuff,
But then writes back, I was never more turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm telling you, God, you got to be careful. And when you be careful, got to remember, you need to.
So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
Watch the company you keep.
Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife, man.
Yeah, man.
Then she said, that's a good question. Yeah. That's why she asked you.
Nasty.
And right after she asked that question,
a few moments later.
And let's finish messing her cook.
I think it's a super valid question. Everything you're asking me is a super valid question.
I agree. That's why I'm asking them.
Totally. And I think that I'm not, that's what expert witnesses are for in court in terms of the psychology behind that and responses to abuse.
So you're not a psychologist. All right.
The girl said that's why there's expert witnesses. She ain't say experts, psychologists, or anybody, doctors. She said witness. Do she know what the witness is? The witness is somebody who witnessed that shit, who seen it,
She said expert witnesses.
Yeah, like
how are you an expert at witnessing something?
Oh, they got career snitches.
Well, I guess if you put it that way.
But all these lies she telling.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. But she just want us to hear her sad story and hear her lies. But let's
continue.
Let's continue, man.
And things like that. But like I said, I was just trying to make myself feel better about myself after what had happened the first time. And after the first time I left without any markings on my body, my face was fine. I could go to work. And I thought that the second time, would be like the first.
She slipped up. Remember in the other video, she said she had the bruises and stuff on it. Remember in the other video, she said she got bruised 20 times. Then she said she came back. I'm telling that other lawyer on her channel, she break down the map on how far of a drive it was from her house to his house. That is like 2 hours away, and that like so much joint that it like she broke everything down. She broke down the psychiatry aspect. Like she broke down the mental aspect of it or how victims is, had experts on her channel, and she was saying like if she was a lawyer she wouldn't represent her either because this joint was like Two all over the place.
It's like scrambled eggs in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Time minus the things I told him I was not comfortable with.
Yeah, so you mentioned the markings on your body. I want to play a portion of his video in which he plays I would say, interesting video of you in his bed. Watch.
In August of 2021, Lindsay Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsay Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us.
Lindsay, I think there are a lot of sexual assault survivors who would say you don't look traumatized there and you don't look beaten. And this is allegedly after you say that he brutally attacked you and you had bruises all over your body. You had bruises all over your face. I don't see any bruises there. And I certainly don't see a woman who's just been traumatized by something horrible.
Again, super valid. I think that I woke up that morning and the best way to explain that video is I hadn't seen my entire body yet. I had no idea what had happened considering, I was unconscious for most of it. I had no idea what had happened to my full body.
But if it was that severe, wouldn't you already feel pain? Wouldn't you already have bruises on your face? I mean, you say that he punched you in the face, but where are the...
That's all I got for that one. But all I gotta say is the question she asked her.
You smart. You very smart. We the best.
Bro, how the hell she gonna say she ain't look at her whole body, but the pictures of her that's all jacked up, bro? It's two black eyes, man. Like, I want to know how she got like that. Like, that's what I want to know. How did she get like that? Like,
I mean, I could say hypothetically, she got with somebody else. She was trying to get in their bag.
I'm gonna show you the pictures, yo. I'm about to share that joint.
Hypothetically, right? She got with somebody else trying to get in their bag. She found out they wasn't worth as much, so she put that on the other dude.
Man, it sound like her playing from the gate, bro.
There's a lot of hypothetical situations or scenarios for that matter, but
this is her playing from the gate, bro. I want to show you. Like, this is how she look. You see that joint? How you don't realize? Do she look like that when she
No, she does not. She got a swollen lip. What's that?
Lip, black eyes,
and
oh man,
is her nose ring in? I can't even see.
Wait, I'm about to switch. I gotta add the other screen so that I can share that joint.
Yeah.
But yeah, she what you call her? Name of his article is from Atlanta Black Star. Lindsay Hill lawsuit against Trevor. Try to get in on his $51 million. She ain't look like that when she was in that video. And she said she ain't get home to see the rest of her body, her nose, her lips. I want to know how she got like that, bro.
So like she got something on her collarbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, who she now we need that person to come out. Whoever roughed her up to put it on homeboy. That's another accomplice. Or was it the same person that even put her on?
On here it's saying that he gave her $300,000
for the first case.
Said both agreed to drop their file. Hill will receive $300,000 in insurance policy proceeds that will be sent to a trust account to her lawyer's office, according to an email from Hill's lawyer that was provided by a representative of Bauer. Hill accused Bauer of sexual assault during 2 encounters in the spring of 2021. She was later denied a permanent restraining order by the Los Angeles Superior Court, and the district attorney office declined to file any criminal charges against Brewer. But the MLB decided to suspend him anyway. Yep. And it says
his whole career.
Yep. Trevor and Lindsay have settled on an outstanding litigation. Bureau attorney wrote in a statement on Monday, both of their representative claims have been withdrawn without prejudice. Effective today, Mr. Brewer did not make and has never have made any payments to Ms. Hill, including to resolve this litigation. This matter is now at rest, and he can focus on completely on baseball. He said, she said was this whole thing. Brewer also alleged in his YouTube video that his legal team approached him multiple times about financial settlement that his side considered to decline. And he also said that the defamation lawsuit allowed by his legal team to uncover additional cell phone material that was deliberated and unlawfully concealed from his lawyers was notably in the video that she was lying and while she was sleeping, smirking in the camera without a care in the world or any marks on her face the morning after the second alleged incident. Over the last 2 years, I have been focused on defending my integrity and my reputation, and it is very messed up in a public setting, and hopefully this will be the last time I have to do so and just to remain. So today I am happy to move on with my life. Little did he know it wasn't the last time that he...
Yeah.
Little did he know. You know?
Here comes me too.
Yeah. Because girl facing 16 years. Yeah, she facing 16 years for that.
Okay.
Yeah, the other accuser.
Some repercussions out of it.
It's him and another girl. I mean, another guy that she got caught pulling the same joint on. So
he must not have got the memo.
Well, she got the memo from this first case, and that's what made her want to go ahead. But yo, if you see how old girl is going off on Twitter on Sarah after that interview, she's going in on her. She's calling her all types of nasty things, bro. Nasty things. The C word, all types of stuff.
Ooh.
I was saying that yeah, all types of nasty things. Let me see. I go to her page real fast. You said this one right. Yeah, she done said a whole bunch of let me see, can I go to her latest joint? But she took off her replies, like you can't say nothing you can't respond back to anything. That video was from last month, but she made it that you can't respond. But she going at her girl. Yeah, she going at her bad. She got she even got the video of him showing that he got locked up. That old girl got locked up.
Whew, man. It's messy.
Yeah.
Messy, man. I don't understand it.
Yeah, she going at all of the those news platforms that said she was lying. She going at all of them. And she chased them behind.
I'm guessing her lawyer didn't tell her to do that. She doing that on her own accord.
Yeah, because she up there. She coming at everybody. As people say something, she's saying something back to them.
Oh yeah, you crashing out now.
Yeah.
That's what you doing.
Like she said, I forgot what she said about Sarah. Oh, it's like she responded to her like, "You didn't make me look retarded. That you look washed and all this shit." Let me see if I can share that one. That's it's pretty funny.
That's wild.
Can you read the words on that joint? It looks small on my side.
Yeah, it's wild small. Ain't no way. I don't got no magnifying glass.
I got my joint full screen on my big screen, but she put, "You didn't make me look like," because that's Sarah right there, I guess, without the makeup and everything.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she found the old picture of her to put up. She was saying, "You didn't make me look." Damn, I try to make it bigger. It looked like it got smaller. It's like, "You didn't make me look like a retard. I was polite to you, and you refused to listen to my answers. Once again, declaring yourself more intelligent than MLB lawyers and investigators. And yes, you look like a disgruntled Mitch McConnell shitting herself when I put the tough girl face on. Your views are minimum, and you have to name drop somebody that's irrelevant as me to get clicks and likes. Stop pretending to be Laura Loom. You're washed as hell."
Well,
she only got 28 likes on that shit. A couple of people underneath that read the comments, calling somebody retard in itself. Let's go to Sarah page because I see how they talking about her. See if Sarah up here talking about. She look like an older woman, but she don't look bad. Oh, whoa. I forgot this is Twitter. You know, Twitter be having some wild stuff.
Never know what you're going to stroll.
She said that she was talking about her. I don't see that joint.
She might have some legal counsel to tell her to take it down.
I seen it on her, on what's her name page, though, so I had to find that. I seen it on, because she was just, oh, here you go, right here. But she's talking about what happened, and she's like, what day is this from? But she was saying today he was vindicated of sexual allegations yet again. Back in October, I interviewed his accuser, Lindsay Hill, and let's just say it didn't go well for her.
Now, why would you say that?
All right, maybe you could read some of this. And she said, Sarah, she coming at her. This is what old girl said about her. So she said, this and Lindsay Hill is big mad. I made her look like a retard. So I guess that's what she was responding to. This is on the 17th. And she said, Sarah, you miserable C word. You continue to believe that you're better than the top officials and lawyers at the Major League Baseball, as well as a neutral arbitrator who reviewed all the evidence and decided the award worthiness of the longest domestic violence suspension in history. At the end of the day, I'm just glad my anger face don't look like how you're gonna shit your pants when you see yours, though. If she was charged, why wasn't I? Rest in peace, you nasty goblin. Oh, rest in piss, you nasty goblin.
Ooh.
Because you must have not been using California and not in Arizona, because Arizona probably would have charged you.
Those are some.
Oh, so this is so now here's some of the
using all the unattractive words.
Yeah, they both going back and forth. Now this is some of the comments. Imagine being a woman supporting the abuser of women. That's now that's why we got a lot of these problems, because it's all this believe all women, right or wrong. Like she's been proven, it's been debunked that she was the predator, not him in this case. If he got all these other accusers, maybe, but in this case, may have you, she was proven to be the abuser. And why she didn't go to court and get him arrested? Everybody declined it. They declined everything, not just that. And then she said, imagine being a woman thinking that you should support a retarded fraud. And I guess that's why they got in trouble for saying that. Which let's just take out the
R.
The R word and just say, imagine supporting a fraud. They don't care about that, Sarah.
Yeah.
They would rather, what do you say, sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. They would rather stick together than to stand up for righteousness. That's integrity, is doing what's right, even when nobody's watching. She has no integrity. She's a thief. She's a thief. She wanted to know what she could steal. She wasn't even a big thinker. She didn't even have vision. She didn't even think big. She thought small about stealing out of his house.
Her
she's
integrity
stupid.
is compromised by.
Yeah, she has no integrity. Let me see, because I'm reading it off the laptop over here. Let me just move this out the way. Just move it over.
Oh man.
She said I should have had this on the big screen. Matter of fact, that's what I might do. Just pull it over on the big screen. You still see my face. Boom. Do it look big on that one?
I don't like it changed, but I know I made it bigger, a bigger screen on mine. I can't read those words, but if it was a little bigger, I would.
So I could read it now. It's a little bigger. Another commenter, remarkable interview. I was blown away that she was willing to talk to you. It's too bad nobody at MLB is watching any of these videos and open up a grievance and giving him back his job. You should interview them to find out why. And she's and then Sarah responded. She was presumably too narcissistic to do 1 ounce of research on who she agreed to speak with. I am sure she thought twice since then. I'm a woman and I'll go easy on her. That's what she thought. And somebody said, meet the Mats. What about the others? What about them? Charged with fraud next? I watched this back then, and if I recall, you asked her a lot of questions, and all she responded was great question. Sarah responds
seemed
super
like that's how
valid.
the interview went. Great question.
Another comment. Thank you for going in hard on that sociopath. It's weird to be hearing my name all over the internet, especially since nobody actually talking about me. Must got the same name or something. As always, you nailed it with every question. This is a very important and crucial comment that he said. Today outcome further proves the importance of due process in all cases. It is critical to approach these with serious allegation with an open mind and fair investigation.
Understood.
One female said, not charged equals innocent. Oh, here it go. I like it though, because women going to attack women when you don't agree with the program of the sisterhood. She said, has he picked you yet? I don't even know where this whole pick me shit came from,
Well, I in the sense of you doing the most, so are you the chosen one?
No, but what I'm saying, like girls, like they disagree with something, they be like, "Oh, you a pick me." Like, where did that even come from? Like, who made that up? That's why this chick asks, "Have you picked me yet?"
Yeah,
it's just crazy, and I hate these people that don't put their picture up here. But it's crazy because like nobody wants the due process until they're in them predicaments, Everybody believes in the in that shit when it's not affecting them. Once it's affecting them, now it's wrong, it's an injustice, it's this and that. Like nobody wants the due process when it's time for the actual due process to play its part. You know?
That's the problem with the world. You know, you see evil happening, you don't say nothing. Now, when everything comes back and it circles back, it doubles back to your family because you didn't say nothing beforehand. You're subject to the same thing that you witnessed.
No,
You see
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
believe in.
I
I don't
think it's a
believe in
cycle.
karma. I don't believe in karma. I just think people full of shit.
That's just what
That's
happens.
like cats that scream like they don't like the police until some shit happened. Now they calling the police and they want witnesses and they want everybody to be a part of that. That's when they want the support of the community and everything when shit
Yeah,
don't
when
go
it's
their
too
way.
late. When it's too late. That's pretty much the objective I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, when it's in their favor, then they want. Oh, Dallas won. I thought they lost.
Okay. You still see me on the screen?
No.
Yeah, I figured that. I look pause.
Oh, I thought your camera was just paused. That's what it looked like. Like I could see your mic, but I can't.
Yeah, strange.
But yeah, it's just crazy that how they speaking on it and stuff because it's like who the hell was this? I was hated. Yeah, it's just crazy because he went through the due process. If he'd have went to if she'd have pressed like legal chat and they had actual proof or burden of evidence, they would have they would have prosecuted him as they should. Like I wasn't there. They would have took it to jury trial. They would have did, but they didn't want to take it there. And then she settled without getting nothing. So that means not only
did all this for nothing.
Yeah, but not only is it proof that let's say he did wrongdoing, it must be proof that she did wrongdoing too.
Because why just let it go? You saying, right?
I'm sorry to the YouTube people. I hate it. Okay.
Confessions.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I mean, we got a lot of people watching. We got people watching on Twitter. Shout outs to everybody that's watching over there.
Word. Shout out. Twitter, all platforms, wherever y'all watching from.
Yeah, Twitter, YouTube.
You know, feel free. You know, put your opinions in the chat. You know what you think.
You think he guilty?
Content.
I don't care what they think about the content. They think the content is good. They could have been anywhere else. They tuning in with us, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they tuned in with us. You know,
absolutely.
I appreciate that. I wish your camera tuned in with us though.
Oh, I see the camera now. It's just the mic. Yeah, I see it.
Your camera, did it unplug?
Nah, I stopped the cam because I noticed it was paused.
This fool.
But now I started the cam and it's still you know what I mean?
You probably
need to refresh or something.
Or you probably could go out and come back in. Mm-hmm. Word, shout out to the chat. Shout out, man. I'm glad y'all rocking with us, man. We got people this time of night. It's late. What is it? 1 o'clock in the morning. Pay for this in the morning. Do my morning drive. I'm taking the babies to school. What up, man? Drop where y'all from. What part of the world y'all coming from in the chat, man? Hit that like button. You know what you're doing. You out there in Twitter world watching, drop something. Let me know what you think of the content so far tonight, Oh, yeah. 20 subs off of hitting 450,000 subs. You see? Let's see it zoom in. Oh, the blur shit is fucking it up. Hold on, let me take the blur effect off. Who cares about game 5? We might not even need a game 5. I'm gonna take the blur effect off. I don't care if y'all see my background. I just got a big ass TV in the background that I didn't hang up yet. Let me see. Let me refresh it. Well, that shit ain't work. I guess Sony robbing me. There you go. 480,000. Shout outs to all of y'all. You can see 423.5 million views in the last 28 days. Now I appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate everything. Oh man, I said that. Now one of y'all unsubscribe. I appreciate that too. Bring it back to the beginning. We could play this joint one more again.
The woman who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy.
That's the wrong one. Well, I see the homie backstage. I'm about to pull him back up. Let's see.
Asimonu has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit, he
leaving
left.
her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant.
Huh?
And that's corroborated by her own medical records.
Got him. We fucking got him.
When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they informed Madonna that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Yeah, of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Madonna has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too.
Oh my God!
Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one can say, well, he still has two other accusers, just because the first two are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are, here's a couple facts about them. They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media. They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused. One of them even submitted a statement to the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury. Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women and their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me, no ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested, but that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
You got a good point there. That was just a replay, uninterrupted, of his whole situation that he went through, and that his accuser is being charged with felony fraud for trying to pretend like she had an abortion or that she had a miscarriage, and she tried to extort him. And
What I caught was they was just trying to figure out, like, all right, so what about these other accusers? You know what I mean? Like, basically fishing out what if they're telling the truth. And basically what he just said was that was a lie.
But what if let's say the other accusers are legit accusers, and they really are going through being traumatized, believing nobody had believed them because these other two came forward and they was lying. So that's what I'm saying. Like with the false accusations, it ruins it all around, because it could literally be some real women that need help and they done ruined it, or gonna make it harder for them to get the help they want, or to take a predator off the streets because two other predators want about it, you know?
Yeah, we can't
Because just because them two was lying don't mean the others not lying, you know? They could be telling the truth.
right. So the case got to be examined. You know what I mean? Very, very strategically.
But I do feel like once one thing happened, it opens the floodgates for everything, you know? And like the girl that got indicted, like I said, she was just on that balloon show, and she was on there, and she was like terrible. She was very mean to the dude that she was on there with, and complaining about on there. I think their whole goal is to just don't like whoever comes up there. Like, oh, I don't like your shoes. Like, you're a nice person, you're handsome, but your shoes is ugly, and this and that. Like, it'd be so idiotic the way
you watch that show and you could expect some kind of drama to happen. It's all about divide and conquer, right?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I'm gonna see, can I pull up her episode? I think I had that on there.
They'll notice anything little that they could turn against you to work against you just for views.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying he did it or he didn't do it.
Yeah,
but
until it's proven.
Is this it? Oh yeah, this is it. Let me edge her. So you can see his accuser that being locked up. She's all of them are nice looking women. They just got evil souls, to be pulling this wicked stuff,
But I guess the devil can be beautiful. The devil's a shapeshifter. So let that be a lesson to people.
He got to be appealing, right? To rope you in, right? You got to be appealing. Let's watch her in action.
Okay, let's go on over to our next lady. Your name and why you popped?
My name's Adonna. I popped it because you seem very tired.
I popped it because you're not worth 51 million. That's why I popped it. You're not worth 51 million, but that's who's accusing him right there. That's a Don.
Don't laugh.
He do look kind of rough
and like sleepy. And I was thinking like an extra in Friday, and I thought like
extra on Friday.
The film like Big Smokey and like
what
extra. So that means he
wasn't. No. We not gonna just go past that. As a black woman, she don't know who Smokey is. She said Big Smokey. She said Big Smokey. We ain't gonna stumble past that, bro.
I don't know. She's not about that life, man.
She ain't about that life. She said Big Smokey. Who the hell is Big Smokey? Smokey wasn't even big in it. Debo was big. Debo was big.
Yeah, she about to talk about little Debo in a minute.
Yeah, but we can't let her slide with that.
Nah, man. This was in school. You would get gills for that. Like, man, don't play around. Like, back in our days.
Look at that.
What's Chris,
like an extra.
An extra on Friday.
Yeah, I was like.
That's how I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh. She trying to go viral. That's why.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to go viral.
She accomplished it. She went viral with that mugshot.
Viral. I'm just like.
On Friday.
I think I'm fed up because like every guy pretty much that came out, they're not dressed properly, and I feel like this is really rude and disrespectful, and I'm just like, what's the point? So I'm not trying to go viral whatsoever. I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Well, how you want your man to dress?
How presentable, respectful.
What is presentable to you?
Presentable. I mean, maybe a collared shirt.
He got a collared shirt on.
Slacks or something, dress shoe. Maybe like the lip not hanging.
That sounds a little.
His lip is hanging.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like that's an insult to your own people. Like, we got big lips, bro.
My lips is hanging, so that's what she. Wow.
That's like you took a shot at your own people. I
gotta get that Flavor Flav drop. Wow, G. That's brazy, but okay. you like what you like, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
You like what you
Like-
like. Take me as I am, but you better be this, you know.
Alright.
But she got to go viral, bro, because she
That mugshot.
that mugshot is
You're on
viral.
candid camera.
Look how everybody laughing at him. It's crazy because everybody that came out, because the one right there with the white on,
Yeah.
the guy before that, he a business owner. He goes in on her and shit because she said, "Oh, you remind me of my little brother." That's why I'm like, yeah, all this shit seems kind of scripted the way she. But yeah,
That's
she went
that's hard
viral,
hitting
man.
New Britain.
That's the one that said that her she obligated and she could smell that alpha male on him without his lip hanging.
I wouldn't want her to smell anything on me either. I mean,
Yeah.
period. Like
That's why. Remember, that's why she was, so attracted to him because of that, So she said,
like you say, people like who they like, right?
mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It's just crazy that you could say something like that. Wow, imagine if he said that. Imagine he'd have came up there and said, "You too dark." They'd have went crazy. Yeah, they'd have went crazy. He'd have said something like that.
Why you gotta say too dark?
Mm-hmm.
What you do you know you came from? You came from the motherland. You know what I mean? It would've, you'd have.
Why he can't just like what he liked? Wow, imagine if he said that.
Right.
Imagine he'd have came up there and said, "You too dark." They'd have crucified that man if he'd have said that, bro.
Oh yeah, you already know. You can't have what you like. You can only have what is trendy. You know what I mean? You turn down anything, you a hater.
Yeah. We got that take me as I am when it comes to females, but a man got to be Superman to get her there.
Yeah.
But that's just ridiculous. She was bold to even say that. Let's hear the first accuser again.
All right, we're not going to get into a 4-minute materially false little YouTube video that looked like it was edited with the skills of a 5th grader. We're going to break down why no MLB team is signing Trevor Bauer. Could you imagine that? No one is signing him. So it's almost like the conservative media who attacked me, they thought they knew better than, a neutral arbitrator who heard all the evidence from different women. They thought they knew better than that. They thought they knew better than the top lawyers that were brought in, like Maura Penza, who brought down Keith Raniere and Nixium. And they thought they knew better than the investigators who went through Trevor's life for 10 months with multiple women. Just huge shout out to them first. So let's just break it down. We don't have a lot of time. 4 minutes is too long. Number one, why he's not signed. Multiple accusers. Some of which who have sex tapes that he filmed himself with his GoPro and sent to the women that were brought to MLB and played. And I have seen some of them with my own eyes. And there's
she probably hearing her the second time, I believe her. You know which one she saw? The one she made. The one she made.
Because I was thinking about myself. I'm like, how if he did have these tapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he play it for her?
Mm-mm. Because remember, he was the defendant, so he gets to ask for the burden of proof, And she's saying MLB did all that. Even if they got these tapes, they're not going to show her. They're going to look at it for their own shit. It ain't like it's a court case. It's MLB. They're going to have their hearing or whatever amongst themselves, doing whatever they HR do. And then, they'll make up their mind from there. Like it's like the NBA when they do their investigation, they don't never sit there and it's on public hear it. They go see if it's enough evidence to prove that something happened or didn't happen, and then they find it from there. It ain't the burden of them ain't the same as a burden in a court of law,
They got different protocol. All right.
It's just having the opportunity to hire who you want to hire and to give service to who you want to give service to and deny service who you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because MLB it's an employer, essentially, you know?
Okay.
It's an employer. So he's saying you don't represent, because just because he's found innocent, having all those accusers is not saying, hey, we think you're guilty of doing it. We just also saying some of the stuff you do, we don't want you to represent our company no more, because we are a family orientated, family friendly company. You know what I mean? And baseball, everything's declining in views and ratings and everything, and we're
it's
losing
business
footing. We
perspective.
don't need that type of publicity. We don't need that type of stuff. That's why, like I said, he probably on his freaky deaky shit. I believe she heard that through the other pitcher from the Padres, who she was willing to break him off with 50,000 out of that, and then you can see it's a whole little racket of lawyers and everything that's down with that. That hey, we could get you in between 3 million and 750,000. That's a ridiculous amount. You got to think out of that 700. Let's just go on the low end. That 750,000, they probably taking 250 right off of it. 250.
Oh yeah,
right
the
off.
lawyer is definitely gonna get that chunk.
And then it's extortion right there. Yo, we seen the evidence. Da 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 da. Boom, bam, bam. You don't want us to go public. Give us this. She messed up is that she drove 2 hours to his house back and forth. Like, it was just, she got her homeboy, homegirl, whoever that was, she was sending the text messages. Because I was saying, I don't know if I think it's two different people from the picture that she sent saying she get 50,000 and the friend that she was asking when she go over his house, which is she still,
Yeah, it sounded like
one
of them
like
was
two different
female accomplice and one was possibly a
male
male accomplice.
that he set up the jukes for her.
Yeah.
But they was all down with it, man. That's what I'm saying. They all should go down. That's what probably happened. They probably put the clamps on them, and that's what made the friend send the screenshots.
Started squealing like, all right, look.
Here go the other joint I was telling you about on my morning drive with the wicked stuff that I know this can't be legal. I think this chick just put this out there for like views and shit, but it can't be legal at all, bro. I heard she a comedian. That's what Twitter's saying. She's a comedian. Like, don't take it, serious, but just hear it out.
Successfully sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have no idea how happy this makes me, because now I can be a stay-at-home mom, because 40% of his paycheck can support me fully financially. So what happened was, I'm a lesbian and I can't have babies the natural way, obviously. So I went the IVF route, and I went to a sperm bank and I bought sperm. I get pregnant, I have my baby, I'm living with my girlfriend, she's working full-time, so she's supporting us financially, and then all of a sudden she decides she wants to break up, and she refuses to give me child support. She said, I don't want anything to do with this baby, I'm not on the birth certificate, I'm not legally obligated to take care of them, I'm out. And I said, well shit, what am I gonna do now? Then it occurred to me, I could sue the baby's biological father. I mean, the baby wouldn't be here without him, right? So my friend that works at the sperm bank got me my sperm donor's contact info, and I texted him, and I acted like it was the wrong number, and we...
Why, man?
It's an evil world that we living in.
Why?
It's an evil world we living in, man.
You see, you can't even do someone a favor because it comes back and it bites you right in your ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I want to know exactly what legal matters took place with this. Because
first off, I'm gonna break
this
down.
touches my soul. Like,
I'll break down what made me when I thought about it more and more that this got to be fake, because I would think, right, any dude that gave that up was hard up for money. Because think about it, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure some damn facts and statistics out there that it's men, it's plenty of that in socks and everything else, without thinking about selling that shit. So to sell it, and then to sell it means that
You selling
you
your
was
rights
hard
to
up.
it, like
Yeah, but I'm
technically,
pretty sure you signed some type of waiver, some forms, some something.
exactly.
Probably fill out. Half them probably lie about their jobs and everything and their education level to make them think they're getting some cream of the crop joint. But and you know they're not paying them that much. But let's
Probably like
finish hearing how.
$75, something like that.
I don't know how much. I don't even know if it's that high.
Ended up making plans. We were texting back and forth for a while. We ended up
See how
making
much
plans to
is
meet
it?
up. And I hung out with him for a few months, befriended him. And then I got a DNA sample off of his cup one day, like swabbed it for his saliva. I sent it in and made sure that he actually was the biological father of my child. And he was. So I took him to court to get child support. And they granted me 40% of his paycheck.
Don't try this in your normal lives. All right. I just want, like, she's trying to make this cool. Don't do it. Ladies, don't do it. You know what I mean? Unless he he gave you his time and you physically had that intimacy, there's no reason.
I
It
just
should be
Googled
canned.
it, and they said on average, donors are paid between $100 to $120 per donation, donating up to 1 to 2 times per week.
Okay.
Donors earn an average of $4,000 in 6 months.
Providing you following that schedule.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So-
I'll let you know in the morning on my morning drive. I'm driving out there.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I missed out on the bag, man.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Imagine you just in the supermarket or something. You a Walmart. And, you know, my kids all be looking alike. You know, all three of them got their features that even when I feel like my son favors his mom's more, but I feel like I see my mother because my mother is like that. I still see my. Imagine you just in something like, damn, this kid look familiar.
You know what's
I
funny
wonder
too,
is that
bro?
that donation? Yeah.
What's funny too, bro, is I be thinking that because if you go around the world, you'll see somebody that looks like somebody. That's a fact.
We
It's
see
like a
that in the
doppelganger.
hood. We see that in the hood because they really be your siblings.
Yeah, you didn't know.
That really be your family that your dad or uncle and pops
That's
and everybody else
that's
that
what's
was
crazy.
creeping around.
That's
And they
what's
done
crazy.
lied and told. You know, I had one right in the hood. Now that we adults, we don't look like, yeah, he got, you know, he gained weight, he got fat, but Cash would look at us and mistake me for him all the time. And I remember I did something and they locked his ass up.
That was the one grateful time you was happy you had, you know?
Yeah, I beat up this dude, and then the cops came. They grabbed him. I felt bad when I heard they locked him, but they let him go because they knew it wasn't me. But it was crazy. They grabbed him, and the crazy thing is, me and the dude fought. The dude was we was about the same size. I was young. I had to be like 15, 14, 15. But he was, you know, supposed to be some OG. Wasn't no OG though. He came through Katona with that. Me and this is over 20 something years ago. I'm 41 just to put the 8 in. But me and Sway did him. Boop boop. Knocked him out. Yeah. Not even really dirty, but knocked him out. We asked to fight the one on, knocked him out. This is like 97, 98, around there. Right now, like 99, 98, 99, somewhere around there. Before 2000. Because, yeah, I went down south, 99? So it was before that. Before Belly came out. But this is crazy. 100. Let me see. I got to see some other places to see how much they get. I want to donate.
You thought I was jiving.
They say you can make $1,000 a month. Some answers are not very much, $35 to $50. That must be from a crackhead. Dude said this was so you can make up. Well, this is like actually public health and wellness center says you can make up to $6,000 or $1,000 a month. So do you want to earn extra? This is in San Diego. Do you want to earn extra money as a donor? If you're healthy in between 18 to 30, damn, I don't even qualify. Then between 18 to 39, you may qualify for up to $1,500 for a month being a. God, that sound like you. That just sound disgusting. Like they just got you in like a slave camp, but they said they got a shortage for black.
Yeah, they need the melanated sperm.
No, they don't. Go get a husband. But they say,
Hey,
go get a husband.
If I knew this like years and years and years ago,
I wouldn't have did it, man. I wouldn't have did it.
I
won't even donate blood.
Look, the young me definitely would have did it. The older me is like, nah, because I don't want to walk around. I don't want to go somewhere and see somebody that look like me. I'm like, I didn't give you that. Like, I didn't feel like I gave it. You know, gave a woman that. You know what I mean?
I'll be thinking in my head, my kids will meet each other in college or something, and now they dating and find out that they brother and sister because I done donated my essence to to the bank. I couldn't do that. That's just me though. I ain't knocking nobody else, but that's just me.
Yeah, that is sad. Like they find out when the baby come out.
You know they had the movie She Hates Me, and that's what he did, right? But he ain't donated there. They paid him $10,000 a shot to get them pregnant. And his ex-girlfriend, she it was a good movie with Anthony Mackie and
10 bands
and Kerry thumb was 10. I think it was 20, but they split it to because she would take her part of it and then split it, and he'd get 10,000 out of it and stuff. He had like 20 kids. He had a bunch of kids after that. Of course, She Hates Me. Spike Lee joint. He wound up getting arrested for that shit. He went to jail for that.
You talking about the dude that was collecting?
That was getting them pregnant. Yeah, he went to jail for that joint. Of course, She Hates Me. It's a good movie. You should watch it, and we could do a review on it.
That's why I'm gonna check it out. Especially when you said Spike Lee.
It's old. It's old. This before I think it was before I even joined the Navy. So this is over 20 years ago.
I'm saying, but still, like he had classic movies. I still remember She's Gotta Have It.
Oh, that's his first movie. I seen it. I watched the show.
Black and white joint. Yeah.
Let me show you something that my kid would do. They said men gonna be men, but this reminds me. This is what I probably did as a kid, man. This used to be me all the way. I need to clean my computer up because I don't really want nothing on this laptop. I'll use one laptop for streaming and one laptop for that I edit and everything on, and then one laptop that. Well, the other one I use that I don't care if I have it is my mom's laptop, but that joint is humongous. She's 60-something years old. She about to be 66. Let me see. What's the name of this George? Yo, this little boy cracked me up. Look at it.
Noah, what are you doing? Noah.
Oh, hell no.
Noah. Stop. I told you stop doing that.
You knew that little boy was bad. You see how big his head is?
Where he learned that from? That's what I want to know.
Watching
I didn't even know about that yet.
At
that age.
I'm telling you, my son, he got a crush right now, right? But even when he was little, when sister friends would come, he'd run to the door. Like from my upstairs, you could look down at the foyer. You could look over. It's like a little, I don't know. It ain't a balcony, but you could look like over from. Yeah, like I could look up and scream upstairs to them and talk to them from upstairs and stuff. But somebody come to the door. If it's a girl here, she used to have her best friend come. He was little because he 5 years younger than 5, 6 years. And now the little girl out of his school, he be writing her love letters and stuff. He be like, like he always like girl.
Like girl, you like my favorite teddy bear.
I gotta hear that drink one more time because I can't believe.
Successfully sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have no.
You know what's so deceiving about that? Because it be deadbeats that's called sperm donors, so that it's crazy because you hear that, you
And
would think,
classify him in there with
yeah, you would think like, hey, this dude was a deadbeat and she did what she
Yeah.
had to do.
Nah,
Not,
this is the literal word.
yeah,
Sperm
not that
donor.
she actually went to
Hey.
a sperm bank and now she's suing them.
No idea how happy this makes me because now I can be a stay-at-home mom because
I'm definitely about to
40% of
look
his
this
paycheck
up.
can support me fully financially. So what happened was I'm a lesbian and I can't have babies the natural way, obviously. So I went the IVF route and I went to a sperm bank and I bought sperm.
Now let's debunk this for a second. She can have it the natural way. She
chooses
not
not
to have it the natural way. That's
Yeah.
a difference. It ain't like she's sterile. She
Yes.
just don't, that's her preference. She do not want to have, intercourse with a male, and that's her thing, and that's respectable as far as it's her choice,
Clearly.
So nobody's knocking that, but I just want to make that clear that
Yeah.
it ain't like she has some medical issue or something. She's obviously was able to carry the child, and she's physically.
Yep. It's all by choice, people.
Your odds of getting into Harvard or Stanford are higher than your chances of being accepted as a donor at any major bank. Wow. Wow. Okay. 10 things to know about being a donor since we, into thinking about what we'd have done in our younger life. There are dozens of banks around the country that are recruiting men to help them build up a supply of frozen
embryos.
No, not embryos, because that'd be the female. I'm trying to think of a politically correct way to say of essence juice. Essence juice, to build up essence juice for the growing demand from women looking to start family. Get you a man or a wife. That's the way you want to go, but get you a man because you want to be single by choice, but you want relationship benefits, and childbearing is relationship benefits. It's a big business. A vial of essence can cost almost $1,000, but for the men, it's probably the quickest route to beer money, and it's not simple. So they give you $100 and they sell it for $1,000. That's 10 times the markup, bro. Just give me the $1,000. Get little. Let's work a deal. Give me 800. I'll knock you off. Or we get a turkey baster.
I'm just trying to think here. Maybe I needed to go to college with business, so that way I could open up a sperm bank. Cause
it's never too late. You're gonna look weird asking people for jizz, but hey, get paid, young brother. Get paid.
I mean, once you got a license for it, you know what I'm saying? It's my job.
I think it was a spot like that though, where it was a place that they thought they was getting simulated, like picking a joint, and it was like the doctor getting them knocked up.
I did hear about some kind
it was
of
something crazy like that.
He would sedate him or something.
Oh, so that was true, and then he was essaying him. That one happened.
Yeah.
Where the doctor was doing that. That happened. That was a thing. That really happened.
Like, how did you think you was getting away with that? Like, really? What kind of
those are people that deserve to get.
Mind?
Those the people that deserve to get got because that was disgusting.
Absolutely.
Disgusting,
you know
bro.
You took advantage of somebody.
Yeah. So and see those them predators. He belong under the jail. He don't even belong under the jail. He belong to get that penalty that send you to the upper room. Because you didn't change somebody's life forever by doing that, And it may sound harsh, but they saying that joint is a cycle that you starting that cycle, man. Let's see.
It's easier to start a cycle than it is to end one.
Let's hear how I'm on, then I can read the top 10 things you need to know about donating.
I get pregnant, I have my
Hold on,
baby,
baby.
I'm living with my girlfriend, she's working full time, so she's supporting us financially. And then all of a sudden she decides she wants to break up and she refuses to give me child support. She said, I don't want anything to do with this baby. I'm not on the birth certificate. I'm not legally obligated to take care of them. I'm out. And I said, well, shit, what am I going to do now? Then it occurred to me, I could sue the baby's biological father. I mean, the baby wouldn't be here without him, right? So my friend that works at the sperm bank got me my sperm donor's contact info, and I texted him, and I acted like it was the wrong number. And we ended up making plans. We were texting back and forth for a while. We ended up making plans to meet up, and I hung out with him for a few months, befriended him, and then I got a DNA sample off of his cup one day, like swabbed it for his saliva. I sent it in and made sure that he actually was the biological father of my child, and he was. So I took him to court to get child support, and they granted me 40% of his paycheck.
Sad, sad, sad. You see how you can be a square, as they call it. You can be a straight edge citizen. And you got people out here that'll just take advantage of your kindness. You see what I'm saying? And this is why we have to look at every situation in reverse, working against us. See what I'm saying? With everything positive, you just gotta look at the reverse effects just to see how this can even work against you, because you see what's going on. You see how people can plot against you. They can use something that was supposed to be a positive thing. I mean, because I'm sure that man needed some money, so he did that. She needed an egg, so she got that. You see what I'm saying? But now he got screwed in the end. So where's the justice? Where's the checks and balances with that? If she's getting 40% of his pay,
That got to be back pay too. Cause one child, 40%, that's high. You know what I mean? That's
very
high.
much.
There's usually what 17% to 20%. In New York, is 17%.
40, bro, 40.
I gotta be back pay, and some, because even if you got like 6 kids, they don't take 40%.
It's supposed to be based off of what you make, so he must be making a good penny if they take it 40.
But still, it'll be 17% or whatever if it's one kid. Unless she getting back pay from all that time, and it adds up to the equivalent. But I think it's being funny because she literally said she just want to sit on her fucking ass instead of helping support her own kid. That she literally went out and got. Where's the Avengers when you need them?
Yeah. Is one? No, she's not even down with the Avengers. Who's Captain Marvel? Is she?
Man,
down
I
with
watched that shit Sunday. That shit is trash, bro. That's probably the worst one. I'm a DC guy, but I like movies. That's probably one of the worst movies I've seen in a very long time. And that joint is long as hell, man. And the only reason they kept me there because I wanted to figure out what was going on. But that joint was bad. She had the fake ass Flash suit on. Her suit looked like the Flash joint.
Oh yeah, it was red and had some blue
accents. Like Stanley Lee just kept using the same shit over and over. But she was trash, bro. They got old boy in there, Nick Fury. All right, we already read the odds of you got a better chance getting in Harvard and all that. I doubt that, but as they said, 2 of the nation's largest sperm banks take only 100 applicants. Some deal breakers are low sperm count, a iffy medical history, or sperm that don't do well after freezing. And this is coming from the New York Times. If you're short, forget about it. Most sperm banks aren't interested in. Oh wow, this is kind of racist. Aren't interested in white donors who aren't at least 5'9" because most of their clients don't want them.
What is that telling me?
Look, somebody gonna think I'm lying about this, so I'm about to share this stream.
Do we got a location on that?
California. This is Fairfax Cyberbank and California Cyberbank. Fairfax, I think Virginia though. It said, but the bar is lower for members of ethnic group that tend to be shorter and is given a lack of African American donors, so height might not be a disqualifier for black donors.
So now we've been the sperm has been less desired for the black race, and now there is how would you say there's a void.
I disagree. I think it's been desired. We just don't go donate it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you let them tell it,
the man is less
nobody wanted
desired. No, that ain't what they said on here. They saying that they don't have enough. That's why they don't care about the height. But the man is not desired in the black community. But what they said, for it not to be so many, for it, what you said, for it, wait, I gotta just play that drink so I don't fuck it up. I got the drop in here. For it not to be no good men, y'all sure always pregnant.
I guess that's how the waters are tested, huh? Let's get pregnant and see.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate when I see some people get pregnant because I feel like my taxes just going up because I know they ain't got no damn job. I just feel like my taxes are going up, and what I'm spending on taxes is ridiculous, man. Like I shouldn't have to pay taxes if I gotta pay all during the year and pay when I foul. I gotta pay some.
Yep, you gotta pay taxes.
Then I see somebody without a goddamn job getting back thousands of dollars.
The taxes was taken out of your check and out of whatever you spent your check on. And then at the end of the year, they take more taxes out. So they basically took taxes from the money that already had taxes taken out of it. To make a long story short.
So that's the one I was saying about. They say the shit is long and now desirable. It's desirable because what she said.
For a generation that can't find any good men, y'all sure do stay pregnant a lot.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah, drizzle. And it's crazy because I know a lot of chicks like that too, man. They be talking that, oh, men ain't this, men ain't that. It ain't no good men out there, and they stay pregnant. I mean, you see them pop up pregnant. I'm like, I thought they wasn't shit. Why are you pregnant? All right. Back to the top 10 reasons. Your love life may take a hit. Keeping your sperm count high enough to make a grade means at least 2 or more or 3 days of abstinence before each donation. Oh, that's why you can only do it fucking twice a week.
Yeah.
So the only time you're gonna get off is when you were going to donate.
I mean, you don't have a girlfriend.
You know how many dudes ain't
not
getting
desired
off?
by anyone.
You know how many dudes? There's more dudes that can't get none than can get some. That's sitting home playing video games.
Yeah.
Or at 1:49 in the morning on YouTube.
but here I feel like
reading this.
Some of those people lack the
social
confidence.
skills.
Yes, social skills. That's a good way to put it. To be able to, enthuse or amuse a woman, to capture their attention. unless it's a fellow gamer in that situation that you just pointed out. But
I mean, everybody play games now. Cause I play 2K every couple of months. I want to play Fallout after watching that joint.
at least you got an idea what you should
I
be
told you,
saying because you look at the story.
I watched a YouTube video, but I told you I bought I had bought the game like a couple of years ago, like in 2020. When I bought the PS5, I bought the game. I just ain't never played. All right, what's another joint? You won't get a quick check to prevent the spread of HIV and other diseases. The Food and Drug Administration require that sperm be frozen for 6 months and that the donor is retested before it can be used. So that means after you drop it off, they hold it for 6 months and you got to come back, get tested before they can use it. The sperm won't. Oh, that's crazy. So it say the sperm bank won't pay you until the sperm is ready for sale and you are added to the donor catalog. So that means you wait that 6
wait for
months
your
and
money?
retest it,
Oh, hell
then and then do it.
But they retesting you for what are they trying to see? Like, let's
Make sure you ain't
it's
got
no
AIDS
immunity.
or the disease. But that's my thing though, right?
It takes 6 months.
100, yeah, that's what I'm saying. $100. You got to do something today. Just imagine you did work today and don't get paid for 6 months, and all you getting is $100 last year. What's that, like 5 cents a fucking day? I'm gonna divide that shit up.
Oh man, that's terrible.
No.
You better all go into McDonald's if you gonna sit around on your ass just to donate 100 to get $100 for 6 months. What? Yeah, that's crazy.
You getting 55 cents a day, bro.
You know what? Can you file a 1040 on that?
You gonna have to for all that $6,000 for 6 months. So that means let's say you do it the whole year, you getting $12,000. You gotta file that 10.
Yeah, 1099. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say because that I'm like, man, this ain't even. So
you gonna have to go to multiple banks around the area so you can get paid.
Yeah,
that's
start
poverty.
offsetting it too.
12,000 a year, you couldn't live off of that. You better have a regular job too.
You treating your sperm like content. You're like, yeah, I just dropped it off. It's about to pop in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Oh man.
They say you fill out lots of form and have lots of tests. There are many questions about your sexual history, drug use, goals, hobbies, talents, and recent travel. You will undergo physical, psychological, and personal and STD screening and give blood, urine, and the seniors. Oh, they robbing people, and they want you to give free samples out. That's it, testing. I'm pretty sure they selling some of that shit too.
They having you do the most.
Yeah, every physical feature will be scrutinized, and you may be asked to provide childhood and adulthood photos and write an essay or a tape interview to be shared with the potential buyers.
All right, so wear your suit and tie, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Got to market yourself.
Yeah, there will also be genetic testing to the extent of which depends on your ethnicity. It's just saying you certain things that associate, because I ain't gonna say this word because I don't want no problems with these people. People that took out Kanye, I don't want no problems with them.
Yeah.
It's saying they got by far the greatest number of genetic diseases. And they said some benefits is all that free testing that you take to become a donor. You know that you're clean. Your pay will depend on how often you donate and how many vials, usually 2 or 3. And they say compensation vary, and he'll produce specimens twice a week. You would make $1,500 a month. For buyers, the price of the vows range from $500 to $900 if it could be used.
Now you see how they managed to stay in business.
And they were saying because people will opt to pay more because it's different forms how they can insinuate the women. And they're saying the vitro fertilization, which require less processing but a lower success rate, so the price is lower.
The accuracy got to pay more.
Yeah, and it's like you can't pay, you can't wait for the mood to strike you. Being a sperm donor is not a weekend hobby. Donations generally has to be made during business hours at a sperm bank, shortened business hours, Monday through Friday. And of course, you have to live near one sperm bank office. Between them, California has the 2 offices in 10 cities and dozens of smaller operations around the country. You have to make a long-term commitment because they invest about $2,000 per donation for recruitment and screening. Most sperm banks ask you for agreement that you will donate at least once a week for 6 months to a year. A lot of sessions in small rooms and modest supply of corn. And you are expected to have periodic health checkups. Yo, they treating you like cattle, man. For $100 every 6 months. So $1,500 a month. Let's just say that $1,500 a month. They putting you through all of that. You can only go through certain hours. You go there because it don't sound like they'd be open later, but they treat you like cattle, like they breeding you like a daggone dog.
Yeah, I'd rather keep my sperm and integrity intact.
Yeah, man. You gotta think you giving up that much, right? Twice a week, right?
Yeah.
So in a year, you giving up 104 samples, right? You're giving up 104 samples. Let's say you did it for like 5 years. Just think of how many kids you're gonna have out there. Over 5, you can have close to 500 kids out there. If all of them catch on, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure with science, that's how many vows you giving up. They probably cutting that joint up.
Splicing the DNA, right?
Especially if they putting it in vitro, they could just take out what they need and then put it, you know? What the hell is that? You seen that? Did that happen on your side, or did somebody hit the like and it showed up like that?
I think somebody hit the like.
Oh, like what is it?
Yeah, because I ain't got it over.
Yeah, but that's crazy though.
Look, you think you've seen everything, but you just see more and more. That's a saying that you can never say, because just like how knowledge is infinite, you'll never be able to know everything. You'll never be able to see everything. You just keep seeing more and more every day. And the times we living in now, you'd be surprised, my man. Surprised. You'll have enough content to last a lifetime with everything that's going on out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Snapple fact.
That's just crazy. Legal Bites, that's the lawyer, the female lawyer that breaks down everything with
Legal
the case
Bites.
was going on.
All right.
Her joint is like 20 something, but she really get in depth on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she really get in depth.
Wow. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. You know.
Yeah, shout out to Twitter. I see you. I
That's
see
what's
you
up.
out there. Shout out to you.
That's a fact.
We've been on here for a while.
Tell me
Almost
about
3
it,
hours.
man. Yeah, it must be this tea that I'm drinking. I don't know what you drinking on that end, but
I'm
you
drinking
must got some
soda.
moves.
I done had soda. So what's that, like some tea? But like the not lifting of the Arizona joint, but the powder you make it in the pitcher. I had some
Oh
like,
yeah, you talking about like little
mhm.
refreshing drink. Got you.
I think you got all the viewers coming from your channel.
4C.
How many you said you got?
It's 230. Yeah, 230.
You got 230 watching on yours? No, I'm saying
No,
watching
no,
right now.
I'm watching right now. I don't think any. Well,
I know in the morning my drink be joking.
I know I got one viewer, but it's late. Like
Mm-hmm.
this ain't even the schedule of my subscribers. Subscribers
Yeah,
is up like later.
I know when I do my morning drive, my joint jump quick.
It's buzzing. But notice when you did it today, which was later, it wasn't like how you would do it in the morning. So that's how you know they schedule what they got
Yeah, I
going
still
on.
got I did it twice today.
Yeah.
It's my third time going live.
So what
The
you trying to
morning-
say? They just got tired of seeing you for a while. It's like,
No,
it's
so
like,
I know
yeah, we know.
when I did it the first time, I think it was like 1,700 views right away for 15-minute live. 1,700 views. Let me see. So, yeah, the morning time, it was 1,500. Quick 1,500. And then when I drove to go to wing night, I got 1,100 views on it. People don't like wings, though. I lost 4 subscribers. I like it.
Hey, not everybody like everything. That's right.
I mean, since we've been on, I gained 40.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I just went over 450.
All the way up.
Well, 450,000 and 7. Shout outs to y'all. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep coming with this, I'm gonna get my joint set up a little better now. Now that I got, but this is the thing. This Mac, it freezes on me at times. That's why I don't be liking it. I was able to hear everything, but them pictures be freezing.
I don't know. That's crazy because, like I said, I'm on a Mac. I'm a Mac guy. Like, I'm on Apple phone. I got 2 Mac laptops, iPad. And I got the external camera to this. I got my Sony ZV-1 hooked up. That's what I'm using as a webcam.
I had to put that down in the comments with the link to the website.
Yeah. Yeah, the link will be in the contents. I got to affiliate with Amazon. So click on the link. You like what you like. You see my camera is a Sony ZV-1. My mic is a Yeti. I'm about to get a new broom arm though. My laptop is a MacBook Pro. 2 MacBook Pros. One of my monitors is actually a TV. Toshiba smart TV that I use when I went on deployment. Now I'm back. I just use it as a monitor to sit here. I was going to use that TV behind me as a monitor, but I think I was overdoing it. And that's going to go over the fireplace. I just got to redesign that joint.
For sure. How them floating shells working out?
I told you I ripped that other joint down, but I'm about to patch up the holes. It's like little holes where it was screwed in it. But I was looking at some dude that was putting up TVs and he have it flat against the wall. So I was thinking about that because I don't use that damn fireplace anyway.
Flat against the wall.
Like it's a bracket, like they digging in, and it looked like a box. He put the box in there, he put it, and I guess he have everything wired. He usually show like the before and then he'll flash to the after.
I think I did see something like I think on Facebook I seen something like that.
Yeah, it was on Facebook while I seen it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Twitter. Twitter is where it's at, man. Or X, that's where we got a lot of views coming from right now.
All right. Shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out, man.
Rocking with us on this late night shenanigans.
Yeah, we got just as many there as we got on Facebook for it to be so late. It's 20 something on Twitter, 20 something there. If it's the morning time, it'd be like and I don't be going live in the morning to Twitter. I'm about to start. Because you could do StreamYard from your phone, they said. So I'll probably do that for my drive. I'll probably buy the. Cause I know when I'm driving to Florida, I'm going to do a couple of lives because, you know, I'm going to be on the road for 14, 15 hours. But I'm going to stop at the property we got in South Carolina and probably chill there for a day.
Probably vlog it on the way up there, too.
I probably do it. I probably because that joint's only 5 hours from here. Because if I go there, I already got an AR there that I left there before deployment. I might bring my one of my new joints with me because you know there ain't no such thing as a gun range down there. You just shoot in your backyard. Me and my uncle, we got it set up though.
I didn't even think about asking about that.
Oh yeah,
how that works.
We got in that property, we got like 10 acres right there.
Okay.
But we got it like so. What we did was got the tree line. We dig the not like a ditch, but we got a pile of dirt. That so we shooting them. We set up like a little mountain kinda, and then we got the trees behind that shit. So if it was to get through, but it's a bunch of dirt. Like you won't be able to go through all that. And then we got like, you know, my uncle owned the plumbing company and stuff. So we got like old water heaters and shit we practice on.
Oh, that should be ricocheting off.
That shit because that shit's thin. Bullet ain't stop. That shit ain't stopping no bullet. I should pierce that shit with no problem.
If you hit, well, depending on because you
I
got
done shot that shit to smithereens, boy. That shit and we going right through that mother. Sometimes it'll stop inside that shit. Well,
yeah, higher the caliber.
I shooting that bitch with a 22.
That shit gonna get stuck in there.
Yeah, I would want it to get stuck in there. That's good. Because you ain't gonna want to shoot one of them other joints. You wasting so much money on bullets. I shoot the AR, the 223 or the 5.56, and I shoot I mostly plank with the 22 though, cause shooting bottles all type shit. We got metal targets too, and that shit like bing, spin around and shit. Like we went to the store, bought a couple of joints.
Yeah, them joints were selling on Amazon heavy.
Be so many goddamn animals running around that shit. Sometimes you chilling, deers walk right up. And if it's deer season, we'll shoot them shit.
So just make sure you on point because they got them gators out there, man.
Down in South Carolina and Florida, yeah. But I ain't gonna have
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Florida. I ain't fucking with no gators. I hear that shit is in the water. I ain't going nowhere near that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be close to Alabama.
No doubt.
Like Mobile is like 40 minutes away from where I'm gonna be.
Mobile. Yeah, I think you'll be like. Yeah, that's like 500 miles from the spot that I'll be visiting.
Where at? Where you be at? What part?
Stewart County. Stewart.
I know I got people in Jacksonville. I got people in Fort Lauderdale. People in West Palms, Miami, Tampa.
I know it's
all my
opposite
people
of-
like 9 hours away.
I know it's opposite of the Gold Coast side.
Like
Gulf
I'm gonna
Coast.
be on the Panhandle, Pensacola.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll be closer to Alabama.
So that just means it's gonna be hotter.
I heard it's hot
Because
as
it's
shit.
hot as hell up there.
Yeah, that's what my people told me. It's hot as shit out there.
You might run in, you might have to slap box a flying water bug. You know. Sometimes that happens. They come flying out of nowhere. Land on your back or something.
I'm out.
But you good, man. You come back from down there, you gonna be in a whole nother zone with it. That's what goes to show you, man.
I'm planning on being like I'm gonna be back in the gym a little heavier then. Even though my shoulders still hurt, damn, Twitter is wild, bro. Yeah. I gotta log off of this shit.
Yeah, let it breathe.
Yeah, that's just
But
why I just
it was great content though. You know what I mean? We vibed out, and you know, put a couple of cents in to make $1. You know what I'm saying? Hope that ain't go over your heads. But we'll be coming more and more with it. As we getting it together. Because outside of here, we all got our own thing going on. But like I said, once again, appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with Uncle Mo. So sounds.
shout out to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate y'all. God bless. It is 2 in the morning. I'm about to eat something and go to bed because I gotta be up to take my son to school in the morning. And I gotta do some light shopping.
Now that's called responsible grown man shiznit.
Did you ever get that car you was looking at?
Nope. Because people be playing around, man.
So you messing with that guy Facebook Market.
You hit them up. I'm saying because to see a wide variety, you know what I mean? You hit them up, you be like, all right. So when we set up the test drive, and they'll say something like, I can't tomorrow. I gotta work a double. Like, all right, so what about the next day?
Yeah, so see, like I look on their Facebook Market, but it's mostly dealerships they show here. So I'll see it and then I'll go to the dealership on them.
You could click individual on your
I don't trust the motherfuckers.
See that this is what I do. I get smart with it. I'll see. So you're gonna take pictures. You're gonna see the area around it. So I'm gonna look around. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna tell you if it's northeast or it's not northeast. If it's not northeast, I know you bullshit. That's usually how that works. So some of them I don't respond back to, but I'll be on my grind when I get up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going to look tomorrow. I'm looking at an IS, but I'm looking at an RX too.
I was looking at an IS earlier. It was a IS. It wasn't a. It was matter of fact. It was an IS 250. It was a 08, which was pretty decent.
How much they wanted?
They wanted 4,500.
Bro,
it has.
You know how much they want down here for that same joint?
Nah.
10.
How many miles?
200 probably.
Because that's the thing. When it's under 200,000 miles, then they can get you with a higher. You know what I mean? That high end on the price.
But you hear 200,000 miles and be like, what the hell? Like, I'm one joint I'm looking at. I was like, I just need something quick. It's a 08 and it's 90. I think it's 90,000. They want 12 for it or RX. which that's good for that. You know what I mean? For that low mileage on a 15-year-old car.
I could
They can
get a
go.
RX. It's just the gas is not very favorable in my eyes.
You gonna pay like the same joint for IS.
Cause what's that? No,
They
IS
both
you'll
six
save more.
cylinders. They both 6 cylinders.
So with the
Even the
SUV,
ES is a 6 cylinder.
I seen that it was 23 miles per gallon,
How much
which
you
was the
think that?
highest it can get. With
My
the
joint,
yeah, how much you
mine's is
get?
like 26 to 27. It all depends, like highway, but like now gas is going crazy. I'm paying like today I paid $48 to fill up from E.
Yeah, because it's like
That's 'cause gas going crazy.
$3.48 now.
Yeah, but before when that shit was like close to 2 or the low 3, I was paying like $30 to fill up.
Good old
They
days.
got smaller tanks though, in my opinion. Like my Audi was like 80 something dollars to fill up, but that shit was like 500 and something miles to empty. Like I used to be able to fucking fill that joint up and drive to New York and be at a half a tank when I get there.
That's the great thing about German engineering.
Yeah, but you're spending on it. But that shit was costing me like $90 to fill up. It's
You
the
had to put
biggest
synthetic in it. That's what I mean.
premium.
93.
I had to put 92, I think, and up. But still, that joint costs, man. Everything.
Yeah, I don't like I
I
don't
need
like
to.
being forced to have to do it.
Yeah, I got put regular in my Lexus. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at the I'm thinking about getting for my birthday is the what you call it, the X7. And I
Oh,
know
the
that shit's gonna
BMW?
cost. Yeah, I know that shit is gonna cost. You gotta put premium in it. But that's the goal. I'll probably pick it up on my. I don't even know what day my birthday fall on. Let me see what day that shit on. It don't matter. I'm gonna go pick it up. Even if I go a couple of
Yeah.
days before and tell them to have it ready for me.
Look, you
on
getting
my
it for your birthday. It could be
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime. It's for your birthday. How about that?
Oh yeah, my birthday is in the
Gift
middle of the
me.
week. My birthday is on a Wednesday, so I'll probably get it before my birthday, that weekend before. Probably just go pay for it and have them I should have them deliver that shit for the prices they charging.
I thought about doing something like flying out to go get a car, but I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that right now.
I thought about that with the X7. The most I would do is go back home. If I could find it up in New York, I'm glad I fell back on the when I was going to get the what was that shit I was going to get when I got off deployment at GLS. I got there, I looked at test driving, and I'm looking at the price, and I'm like, I don't think it's worth all that. I could just ride my car out for the way because I would have had to trade in my car. Now I'm keeping my car and just get that. That way, I ain't spending that much on gas with the car. Then when I want to do some family joints, throw the kids up in there. I'm local, but that'll be the family shit. They start getting on my nerves. I could spread them out. We driving to New York. I could spread them out because they be like they're arguing and shit. Or they tired. We driving to drive. They can stretch out in the back.
Could always do the minivan.
I ain't never doing no.
He's like, damn, my family ain't that big. Chill out.
Nah, that mean you gave up on life, man. If you need something like a minivan, just get an SUV, man. If I don't do that, I'm doing a Tahoe, but probably a Yukon Denali or something like that. If I would do the X, because even it's just 3 cars, I get top car, Lexus GX or LX. GX or LX, but it all depends. And the newer the better, so I'd probably be a GX. Then the X7, maybe an X5, but I'm kind of feel like you might as well
We
just
don't
go
buy
big.
X5s. We give them to baby mamas.
I just
You
feel like
remember
I
that
want to
bar?
go bigger. Yeah, I remember that. I just feel like I want to go bigger though, or like I said, the Yukon Denali. Like my homeboy got one of them joints. Like when I picked the TV up, I couldn't put that shit in no car. We just fold the seats down in his joint, slid it in, pick it up. So that's what I'm thinking. Either those, or like I seen them Jaguar trucks and shit, but the something got to be wrong because them shits is so cheap.
Last time I
Something
seen
ain't right with
Jaguars,
them.
people didn't like working on them.
Yes,
People didn't like
I told you I had a Jaguar before. That was the worst car I had, man. That bitch, it's like it knew when I got paid. That bitch had to go to the shop every time. Once, but I donated that shit to charity.
Yo,
I even got fucked when I donated to the charity. I only got like 800 for that shit. That car was worth like
so in
colors
this
down.
case, the car was like the female trying to get the
Worse
bag
than
out
the
of you.
female. That shit was worse than the female. That shit was nasty work, bro. I swear that shit kept having misfires and shit all the time. I put so
Sounds like
much
the
money
coil
into it.
pack.
I put more money. I kept changing that shit out, bro.
Mm.
And I took it to different mechanics. Like I changed that shit out at least 5 times, bro. And then the way it is, the crazy shit is, they act like Ford wasn't making them shits. That shit was the same thing as them Lincoln LS engines, right? But the way they made it, it was never the coil pack that you could just get to. There's a coil pack that they had to take the engine apart to get to.
See what I'm saying?
Like half the engine you could get to it, half you couldn't. So it ain't even like I could go in there and change it myself. I mean, I could, but I ain't trust tearing the engine apart to do that shit, man.
Yeah, my man's he had a knock sensor code pop up, and to get to that, basically you got to take off the top of the engine. You know what I'm saying? And it's like in the center of it somewhere, and then underneath it's like a bolt that bolts it down. That was a lot of work because all the stuff he had to take out the way just to get to the bolts on the engine and then pop it up. The cover. I'm like, yo, this is no different than like having a Volkswagen at this point.
Yeah, Volkswagen make Audi.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do. Volkswagen, Audi is their luxury joint.
Just like Infinity is Nissan's luxury joint.
Yeah, and I ain't noticed till you said something. Them joints is it's what you call it. They do all look alike. I was looking at the QX60
and
them joints look like they all look alike. The cars, the SUVs look like goddamn minivans too. That I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. The inside is nice, but I'm like, nah, I can't.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with me, but it's something with orange, man. I can't do the orange lights, man.
They got orange lights.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just old fashioned, man. I'll do green before orange. I don't know. I need green lights in the back, the white lights. I just can't do the orange. That just throws me off. And then the orange, what's that? You put in the radiator, antifreeze. It's just different. It's way different.
Yeah,
but that's preference anyway. So never mind that. But yo, I'm about to get off here myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you about to start snoozing. Next thing I'm gonna be like, yo, Mo, you all right?
I'll be cold. It get cold down here. It's saying it's 54 degrees out there.
Yeah, just don't go out with overdress like you did last time.
I did earlier, man, because it was cold when I heard that. Paris was like, oh, it's hot. I'm telling you, it's real hot. I got in a car, but you know what else too? That car was sitting in that driveway in that sun, so I felt extra hot. That's why I was like, I got to change. Yeah, I was like, I got to change.
Yeah, that's what it is, though. Bye. Yo, until next time, man.
Later,
just
bro.
Stay safe. Enjoy your family.
You do the
and
same.
Remember, stay out of them situations.
Yeah,
that'll put you on the front page of the content next time.
Yeah, bro. And shout out to him that he beat that shit.
Yeah, man.
Maybe he get back in there someday. All right, bro. Later.
All right, peace.